Hello, great Biafrans. Good evening from here. And how are you doing? You are welcome. As you come in, share the message, let people know that we are here live and direct. We are here. Dr. Nelly is in the house as usual. Share the message, Good evening, everyone. You are welcome. Today is going to be a great day. I assure you that. Yeah. Dr. Nelly, say hi. They're already here waiting for us.
Okay, hi everybody. Ụmụ Biafra ekene m unu, Chukwu gozie unu, ndewo.
I need you to share the message. We need to share it because we have some important message to tell you as usual. But before we go, I would like Dr. Nelly to lead us in prayers as people are coming in, so we can hand over this proceeding today into the hands of Tuko Kikabiama.
Okay. I guess I will pray in English for the meeting.
English, anyone? Okay.
O Chineke nna bi n'eluigwe, Chineke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Jehova El Shaddai, Jehova Nisi. the God of our forefathers, the God of Abraham, Meshach, and Abednego. Thank you, Jehovah, the God of Gad, the God of Eri, Aroli, and Arodi. We thank you for everything. Holy Spirit, we thank you, we invite you, we appreciate you for everything. The Spirit of Biafra, we thank you, we appreciate you for everything. We are so grateful for this day. We are grateful, Jehovah, for everything that you have been doing for us. We are grateful for your son, Mazin Nandekano. We are grateful, Jehovah, that you sent him to help us. We are grateful because you have led us even up to this point. All we can do is to let you know how grateful we are. We appreciate you. And right now, we worship you. We invite you to come and be with us, to come and speak with us. Thank you for you even desire above all things to give us this Biafra. This Biafra is your heart desire. I need Biafrans to understand that you want to give us this Biafra. But we are the one that is holding this back. We are the ones holding us back. You let us know the few things that we need to do. There are finishing touches, Jehovah. You have opened our eyes to see that there are finishing touches. And these finishing touches is in our hands. This is something that you have given to us. All we need to do is reach out our hands and take it. Mazin Nandekano has done everything he needed to do. Now it is in our hands, Jehovah. You let us understand that slavery is one of the things that is putting us in bondage. Slavery is what put our ancestors in bondage. They sold their own brothers and sisters. And you got angry. And you let the uncircumcised overtake us and put us in bondage, just like we put our brothers and sisters. Jehovah Chukwekikabiama, you already let us know that as we scattered our brothers and sisters all over the world, that's why you let the enemy scatter us all over the world. Our brothers and sisters are in different jails. They are in different countries suffering. They are slaves in other countries, Jehovah. You don't desire for us to be into slavery, but our ancestors put us in slavery. There are just a few of them that brought this condemnation upon us, and we are still suffering it till this day. Please open the eyes of Biafrans to know that we are in bondage because of our own making. Our ancestors put us in this bondage. And Jehovah, as you are about to deliver us and set us free, some evil people in IPOB put us in bondage. They try to put us in bondage, but we will never be in bondage, Jehovah, because you have set us free. The devil entered into them just as it entered their ancestors. They sold their own brothers and sisters, and your wrath was upon us and scattered us and put us in slavery. Even in Biafra land, we became slaves to the Janjaweed. The same demon that overtook their ancestors are with their offsprings. And the devil entered, they conspired to put our Messiah, to sell our Messiah into slavery so that Biafra will never come. But you opened our eyes to see because you desire to give us Biafra more than anything else. And that's why we're condemning Jehovah. Destroy them, remove them and destroy them. We refuse to be in bondage anymore. Destroy every person that has sold Martin Nandekano. We cannot be in slavery anymore. The sins of a few cannot hold us down. Because we are the children of light. Because Biafra is here. Nothing will stand in the way of the restoration of Biafra. So we reject, oh Jehovah, all their evil. They will suffer for their own evil. Their generations will suffer for their own, even to the 5th generation. We refuse to be a part of this slavery. We refuse to be a part of selling Mazin Nandekano. We refuse to be a part of selling our brothers and sisters. We refuse to be a part of pointing hands and killing ourselves, selling us to the enemies, selling us to the governors. We reject that sin because Biafra is here. The sin will be upon them and upon their generation. We refuse to be a part of this thing. We refuse, we reject every Akan in our midst, and we must enter the promised land. May the spirit of Biafra expose them, destroy them, and remove them from our midst. May our children and children's children, even to the 5th generation, never be in bondage. Destroy every generation of evildoers. Those that sell their brothers and sisters. Those that caught up cannibalism is one of the sins that led us into bondage. They killed, they cut up their sisters and brothers, put them in the pot and cook them and eat them. That's a demonic act. And that's why we're in bondage. Destroy every single one of them. We will never have cannibals in Biafra land. We will never have human traffickers in Biafra land. We will never have anybody that will sell their brothers and sisters because we will never be in bondage. As you're setting us free, Jehovah, we will remain free until forever, until the end of this world. Uproot every generation of human traffickers, human sellers. They will never exist in our midst again, Jehovah. Our children will never ever be in bondage. They will not allow the sin of slavery to overtake them anymore. They will not allow the sin of very few to overtake them anymore. Jehovah, please open the eyes of Biafrans to see. Please talk to them. Spirit of Biafra, please go around and let them know. Let them reject the sin of slavery so that we can be free. We apologize to our brothers and sisters all over the world. We plead, we Biafrans are begging you to forgive us. Please forgive the sins of our ancestors, please. Forgive our own sins, oh Lord. We do not want to be in bondage. Let them forgive us. Wherever you guys are, please, Biafrans are pleading, forgive us. When Biafra comes, you will come home. All of us will return home. And we will live the lives of free men and women. We will live like humans. We will no longer live in slavery and in bondage. We will not live as slaves anywhere in the world. We will return to the glory that is meant for us. Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you, Spirit of Biafra. Holy Spirit, we thank you because you have done it. We know that the Akans among us will not hold us down and will reject all the Akans. May you expose, remove, and destroy them, Jehovah. We thank you for your son, Mazin Nandekano. All we can say is thank you, Jehovah. And the sins of the very few cannot hold him back. It cannot hold us back. We thank you for the liberation. We thank you for the restoration of Biafra. We thank you for the restoration of Biafra. We thank you, Jehovah, for the restoration of Biafra. Nothing can hold us back. Not even the sins of very few. I want to announce that anybody that will come to this program to disrupt this program, the spirit of Biafra will afflict you with an epilepsy. You will suffer epilepsy. Your children, even to your 4th generation, will become epileptic. Epilepsy will run in your generation. So stay away from this program because we want to hear from Elohim. We want him to direct us so that we'll get out of bondage. Anybody that continues to obstruct this affliction, the same affliction and death will befall all of you and your generation, even the next 500 years to come. And you cannot atone for this sin.
You see?
Because Biafra will stand forever and ever.
You see?
Biafra will never be in bondage anymore.
You
We
see?
reject the sin of one person. When one person sinned, just like Achan was brought out and destroyed with his family, so shall any soul that sin in Biafra land shall be brought out and destroyed. Because we refuse to be in bondage. We will never be in bondage anymore. We have suffered enough. We have suffered enough at the hands of the uncircumcised. And we reject that. We will live as free men and women till eternity.
You see?
Any evil person in Biafra land shall be brought out and destroyed publicly.
You say.
We shall be whiter than white and whiter than snow.
You say.
Help us, in the mighty name of Yeshua we have prayed.
He said. Wow. I always love your prayers. That's why anytime you're in this program, I don't feel like praying. I enjoy your prayers and
thank you. I hope I didn't take too long.
Yes, I've answered us. Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you once again, our blessed Biafrans. You are welcome once again to this program. Today is going to be very beautiful and interesting, and we are serious here. We promise you in this platform that we are going to be telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. We are not even trying to be diplomatic about anything. We say it the way it is, and that's how Chukwuka has made us. You know why I'm saying this thing? Some people will tell you, sister, I love what Dr. Nelly is doing, but the way she does it, she didn't stand up saying it. This one said, no, she stood up saying it. This one said she was sitting saying it. This one said, yeah, I love the prayer, but why are we still calling somebody uncircumcised? Madam Chinwe, you allowed a woman to pray. Why a man was in the program? When the man prayed at that time, they didn't see it. So if we continue to go by the ways of the way you see things, your perspective will not do what Chukwuka want us to do. You normally say we hear more. So hear more doesn't go the way of hear madu. So the way you are a human being, you see things differently and you want us to do things differently. But my advice to the people that are not comfortable the way we do things here is I say maybe this is the way I am called to do my own. You can come up with your own and also do it, and you will be successful about that. Okay, thank you so much. Before I ask Dr. Nelly to come up, we have some important message to pass. You can see the topic today, but there are some questions she's going to answer. A lot of things are coming up every now and then. We cannot tell you everything that is going on. We cannot tell you the things we do behind here, but the ones we feel you are able to hear and handle is one we can let you know, okay? Before we go on, there's somebody that asked me a question and I want to answer that person. The person said, I thought this is a ministry. Why are you using it to propagate this gospel? Because I use gospel. We are here to propagate gospel. And I don't understand what you mean that this is ministry. The people that gave you Bible called some of the prophets of the old. They call them minor prophets, and I don't know what made those people minor in their works, because those people did mightily. Isaiah, Amos, Elijah, Elisha, and go and study those people. They were activists. They were never on the side of the government. All of them, they were preaching the evil that was going on during their time. So this time around, if somebody is not wearing suit, taking tithe from you and romancing the government, now you're not a minister of God. Here is a ministry, and what we are propagating is the preaching of the kingdom of God that is about to come, which is Biafra. And we are going to tell you how you're going to enter the Biafra, how clean you're going to be to enter Biafra. So, like I told you, we'll be experiencing some strange things here and there until we get to Biafra, which is already coming very soon, sooner than you think. Thank you so much for listening. And we're going to do it the way we normally do it. After we must have educated ourselves a lot, then I open up the line, then you ask your question. I believe that's okay by everybody. All right. Dr. Nelly?
Yes.
Over to you. Over to you. Our people are so difficult. We need to explain and carry them like baby. You even begin to give them. They refuse to. They like to suck breast. They don't want to even eat solid food. So we'll continue to carry them along like that. Very, very difficult set of people. So, Dr. Nelly, we have a wonderful topic today, and which we are working on, doing the writing concerning it. But before you go into that topic, I have some things I have to ask you. I posted something from on my wall before we came in here, and this Master Chike Doziem did a program, and he made an implicating statement by referring to the ESN that they loiter around the street or something like that, which is absurd. And coming from such a person in his position, is I don't know, it's somehow, I didn't expect him to use that language on our security agents, which Mazen Nandekano established, and also gave them rules and regulations on how to operate. And we know that they are always in the bush, protecting our interests inside the bush. So please, I would like you to say something concerning that implicating statement he made. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Sister Chinwe, maybe one of these days, because I wouldn't want this man to take away from what we do, but I'm going to answer this question. But I'm going to ask you, one of these days, make our time for us to just dissect Chike Doziem.
Okay.
Because I think it's high time, because this is getting out of hand.
Okay.
But let me go back to the statement he made about ESN.
Okay.
Let me tell you the simple truth. Chike Doziem is using a code to tell the Zulu government, I keep on calling them the uncircumcised, even their slaves, the Southeast governors. Chike Doziem is using a code to tell them to go ahead and kill our young men and young women on the street. Chike Doziem said ESN should go to the bushes. Basically, he's telling them that all the young men on the streets are ESN members. Basically telling them to start killing our youth. Why would Chike Doziem come on air and say the ESN should go in the bushes? The ESN are in the bushes. They've always been in the bushes and will remain in the bushes. Why is Chike Doziem saying that they should go to the bushes? I hope Biafran should understand what he's telling his masters. Chike Doziem is telling his masters to start slaughtering our young men and women and tag them ESN. Why would he say they need to go to the bushes? What does that imply? It implies that they are on the street. So every young man you see on the street, shoot them their ESN.
And they're already shooting people.
Exactly. And all the killings is not enough. Chike Doziem is now telling the Zulu government that all the young men on the street are ESN. How can he say you are ESN go to the bushes?
That's so sad.
And he said ESN take command from your commander, not from people in America. ESN doesn't take anything they take command from their commanders. What is that man trying to say? I just want Biafrans to open their ears and their eyes, ask God to give them wisdom to dissect the wickedness of this man. People keep on saying, oh, Chike Doziem is this. I'm going to make a program for Chike Doziem. Maybe Biafran need to know who this man is. Forget about all this playing around. He's evil and being manipulated by evil people like him. Please, everybody should tell Chike Doziem that ESN are in the bushes. They've always been in the bushes and they will remain in the bushes. ESN is not outside. ESN, they are not on the street. They are in the bushes. Chike Doziem, you cannot use the Janjaweed to kill our young men and women to tag them ESN. Because ESN are in the bushes. Our young men and women are the ones on the street like they're supposed to be. Because Chike Doziem, ESN are in the bushes. ESN is not on the street. So he cannot get the Janjaweed to kill us, tagging everybody ESN. How can he make that statement? ESN, go to the bushes. So I know Biafrans, they know, Biafrans know.
They are not
But I
stupid.
need them to tell Chike Doziem that ESN is in the bushes. They are in the bushes and they will remain in the bushes. They are never on the street. When the time for ESN to come out on the street comes, they will come out on the street. Please, they are not Biafrans, they are not on the street. Only our youths are on the street. ESN is in the bushes. So that's what I'm going to say to that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, somebody else sent me a message about the message from the young man from Nsukka about the kola nuts.
Okay. Well, I was about coming to that. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to.
Yeah, I saw that thing flying over that the Chike Doziem said we should use kola nuts, and he was flying everywhere, his name everywhere. And this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not do. He doesn't take credit for what is not his idea. He will tell you who said that thing and he give it to the person. So I'm wondering why this man is actually behaving this way. I don't understand. Okay.
So the message about the kola nut came from a young man. Jehovah used this young man to tell us what to do, how to pray.
How old is he? How old is he?
I think 13 or 14.
Very young guy.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you upload the video. So instead of Chike, instead of Chike Doziem saying a message came from one of our children, a Biafran. This is what they said. Chike Doziem made the message his own. Dear friends, they need to know that our gods cannot use Chike Doziem to give us a message. Chike Doziem have been rejected by our ancestors. The God of Biafra has rejected Chike. It doesn't matter who accepts it or not. It's the truth, and with time they will see it's the truth. All he should have done is say, this is the young man, play the audio for Biafrans to hear. It is not supposed to come from his mouth. Our ancestors will not allow that. That message was given to the young man. All he should have done is to play his audio and then encourage Biafrans to do what our God said to do. Not copy it and make it his own. You know? So that's what I wanted to say. This message came from a young man in Biafra land. It's not Chike Doziem's message. It didn't come. No, the gods cannot send him a message.
Remember, last week you were telling us that our children will be doing some strange things. You said it here.
Thank you. Yes.
You were saying
yes.
People will be drawing things and they're doing some strange things. And this boy of 13 years just released this message, and we are not going to take it away from him. We will give it to him, and I appreciate Elohim for using him also.
Yes, Elohim used him. Elohim is using so many young people, and he will continue. Most of the things he's going to be telling us after this stage, he's going to be using our young men and women, the children, even those that are crawling, teenagers. That's who I want to use. After Biafra is restored, even in this process, many messages he will be using our young people to tell us. And nobody can take it away from them. Chike Doziem cannot take it away. This message was given to a young man. I'm glad you remember the last week. That was 2 weeks ago.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah. Talking about covetousness, because that's a sin of covetousness. You coveting people's sin. So one of the contention we are having with them was sit at home. They were fighting us. We said there must be sit at home. They keep suspending sit at home. I was even expelled from their group because of here where I am, because I have been posting sit at home, Now, in the message yesterday, he was still claiming sit at home, as if he was the one that enforced it and initiated it. So the whole thing is sounding
because they are confused. Chukwuemeka Abiyama has exposed them. Now, if you can beat them, you join them. They've been fighting against sit at home, paying bloggers to talk about sit at home, to discourage sit at home. I get messages from people telling me that they are sending them, telling them to not to sit at home, telling them to say that sit at home is cancelled. They were fighting sit at home. But then it's Jehovah Chukwuemeka Abiyama is the one doing it. We're sitting at home, and we're still going to increase it. We're going to increase it until Biafra is restored. Yes. So they cannot stop it. They cannot stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They cannot stop Biafra restoration. It doesn't matter what they do. So now he's claiming somebody that didn't want it at home, they were now saying they will sit Biafrans home for 1 month. I'm like, okay, sit at home, you sit at home. I even tweeted it. So we will sit at home. So even the Janjaweed and the Southeast governor should know we are ready to sit at home for 1 month. So they cannot stop it.
Instead of people getting killed every day, because
instead of people coming out in the streets and getting killed.
It's becoming alarming.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. You know what? At this point, it doesn't matter who claims whatever they claim. All we want is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and raise our flag.
Of course.
That's all we want.
Of course.
Raise our flag, let Biafra come.
Coming to that raising of flag, you just said it right now. For me, I believe Biafra is already here. Just for Mazinna Akano to come out and raise this flag for us in a short period of time, very short period of time. But with
oh, that reminds me, he was talking about. Oh, let me. Sorry. Okay.
No, that's what I'm heading to.
Okay, sorry.
So this same Chike Edozie was planning a long-time project of 6 months of animal husbandry. So this man, even in the midst of this killing, this Boko Haram on uniform, they're already on ground killing our people. The man is planning long-time animal husbandry. Is he in Nigeria or is he in Biafra land? We're going to do this because all we want now is Biafra. We are desperate about Biafra. So I don't know if that's what you wanted to say.
That's what, can you believe he said, oh, in 6 months, everybody should prepare because in 6 months' time, people should stop eating cow. So Chike Edozie is planning that we're still going to be here in 6 months' time. That's ridiculous. Because Biafra is here. It's already, we are the ones that should take Biafra. He's making plans 6 months. Did he even say anything about Mazinna Akano? Nothing. He's making plans for us to not eat cow in 6 months. Who is going to be in Nigeria in 6 months? God forbid, 6 months, guy cannot na zoo. Then we start planning about animal husbandry. Then we'll start. Why can't he say, don't eat meat from now? Don't eat cow meat, Fulani meat. Stop eating Fulani meat from now. If he was serious, why is he planning 6 months? This is the same man that showed a video of his rally in UN on a Sunday. And people are saying, oh, Chike Edozie went to the UN to do a rally on Sunday.
That's an old video. I learned it's an old video.
It's an old video, a video that tells you how criminal this man is. That's why we need to expose him, because we need to expose all the evil within us so that we can get Biafra. We don't have 6 months. We need Biafra now, not in 6 months. Chike Edozie went and pulled up an old video from more than 3 years ago and posted it and claimed that he went to the UN. It's even bad that he even saying that he went to the UN on a Sunday. Was he protesting for the security man, or who was he protesting for? He even had the temerity to come and post an old video and then still claim it was on a Sunday. Who is Chike Edozie protesting for on a Sunday? If he even went on a Sunday, it would have been ridiculous. But the worst is that he pulled an old video. People who are telling me it's an old video. I'm like, this is so shameful. But you know what? It's Chukwu Ekike Abịama exposing them. Remember, he said he will expose all things. Because Chukwu Ekike Abịama wants us to be whiter than white and whiter than snow. He wanted us to expose all the evil of slavery, the evil of people benefiting from war. IPOB members are benefiting from this war. I don't know if that's why they like to call it struggle. It's not a struggle, it's a battle. We are not on the battlefield. And you don't benefit from battle because it's a sacred battle. It's a restoration of our nation. It's a sacred. Everything is sacred. Even the blood that is being shed is sacred blood. And people are benefiting from this war. It's a war, it's a battle. People are benefiting for this, and Jehovah rejects it. Just like what happened to Achan. That is what is going to happen to everybody that is stealing IPOB money and ESN money.
And there's something I want to say here.
Even people that are getting salary from this. Our leader is the only person appointed by Chukwu Ekike Abịama. It's our job to take care of him. Every other person is an Achan, and they will be destroyed.
And they're still collecting salary till this point.
They're still collecting salary, benefiting from war. Jehovah says no. Even the spirit of Biafra says no, rejects it. So if all of us will open our mouth to say we reject it, at least we speak for ourselves and we speak for the generation to come. They are the ones that will be destroyed and will not be a part of it.
Yeah.
So we can no longer continue to benefit from war. That's what they are doing.
Okay. There's something I want to say. Remember, you not only Achan you should be talking about here. Remember Saul, when God sent him to war. God said, completely destroy everything, even their goat, their sheep. Do you know that Saul made away with some of these spoils of war.
Yeah, remember, obedience is better than sacrifice. Yeah,
even when the prophet was Samuel was asking him, he said, "No, I did all that God asked me to do." Because the song said, "I'm hearing the bleating of sheep and goats everywhere." So you actually took away something when God said you shouldn't benefit from war. So people are benefiting from war, and they think the scripture. I don't know why people are being deceived. They are being deceived when some of these pastors will tell them all things has passed away. Just sin and go and ask God for forgiveness. No, we are even in bondage today because of the things our forefathers did that we have not even asked for forgiveness. We are still suffering, and these people are still bringing more problems to us. So nobody should benefit from war. Nobody should do that.
War, every war item is sacred. IPOB has been in war. We are in a covenant. I walondo. Si chukwu ekike abia ma I ji onwe anyị chụọ aja. Biko nye anyị Biafra. That's what IPOB, that's what Mazin Nandekano stands for.
And when they collect salary, for the people of Biafra, it's like they are working normally as their job, as is their normal office work, and they are comfortable collecting the salary. So they've
been doing it for years. But guess what?
They don't even feel what it means to fight for freedom.
No, they don't know what. Yeah, that's why God is now telling us. It doesn't matter. Look, these things are spiritual. It doesn't matter whether they stop or not. It matters when we use our mouth to speak it out, like we're doing right now.
Yeah, that's exactly why
Chukwuekike knows there are limits to what we can do. What we can do is to reject and speak out. What we can do is to tell Biafrans that at this point, nobody is supposed to benefit from war. There are people that are benefiting from war. IPOB money is war money, sacred. Because there has been blood of people have been sacrificed and shed. And we kept dying because people are benefiting from war, but we're rejecting it right now. Their sins cannot hold us down. When God said you cannot, that's one of the evil. While we're suffering, our young men and women are dying, and we're rejecting it. And Chukwuekike Abiyama has said of us, we are rejecting it.
Of course.
So now the sin is going to go to them.
Yeah, we have to open it to the sun. Yeah, we have to.
Yes, you speak out. Yes, yes. Even our word itself, life itself, God created it with word of His mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, only humans that He used His own hand to mold. Every other thing He spoke it out. So right now we're speaking it out. We cannot benefit from war. Everybody that is benefiting from war in IPOB, they and their family will pay. The entire Biafran will not pay. We will not pay for their sin. They will pay for that sin as an individual. We cannot pay. They are Acans and they will be destroyed. Them and their family will be destroyed. Just like Acan was destroyed in the days of old.
He said, okay, Dr. Nelly, before we move into a topic proper, some people cannot stand the truth. When they hear the truth,
it doesn't matter. I'm just going to say it. It doesn't matter what they say tomorrow. I'm going to say it. Yeah. I don't care who hates me.
So I would just say, if you cannot stand the truth, that means you don't have any business coming to this platform. It's not for you. You just take your leave right now if you cannot stand the truth. In those days, the prophet, you see what they were saying? This is something they are doing. They were telling the prophet, you talk too much, you repeat yourself too much, precept upon precept, line upon line, little here, little there. These women, they talk too much. They talk this, they talk this, they talk that. It happened to the prophet of the old. It didn't stop them from saying the truth. And nobody will stop us from saying the truth. In this platform, no, we are not going to be diplomatic about it. Nobody will intimidate the truth in this platform. And if anybody that comes to this platform and you're not ready to say the truth, after that day you come here to speak something contrary to what God said we should do, you will not come back to this platform again. Dr. Nelly, let's go. Let's move. You are supposed to educate us a bit about the slavery thing. We're about to go and do the atonement.
Okay, yeah, there's something that just crossed my mind. I was saying something. Let me go. I'm sorry that I have to go back to Chike Dosiem again because I just read somebody say something. Chike Dosiem keep on evidence upon everything I've submitted and keep giving.
Which he accepted in this platform.
Yes. Okay, now let's go back. Chike Dosiem himself should be answerable to Biafrans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me tell you,
Okay.
Chike Doziem is the head of DOS. Chike Doziem speaks to our leader every day, at least sometimes twice a day. On the 19th of June, Chike Doziem was in a meeting. We were all waiting for our leader to come to the meeting and speak to us. He had an important message to deliver on that 19th. Our leader did not come. Chike Doziem was there on tape saying, did Mazen Nandekano schedule this meeting? Does he know we are waiting? Yeah, you can even tell he was acting very strange.
Okay.
So, but let's put that aside. Chike Doziem, you talk to Mazen Nandekano every day, sometimes 2 times a day. Chike Doziem, within 24, we were supposed to have a meeting with him. On that 19th, he didn't show up to the meeting. Chike Doziem, you're telling me you didn't call your leader on that 19th to find out why he didn't show up for a meeting.
Okay.
Then on the 20th, you didn't come within 24 hours. In the civilized world, you should report a missing person after 24 hours. If their schedule, their activities is unusual, you didn't hear from them, you didn't see them, within 24 hours, you make a missing person report. Within 24 hours, the Chike Doziem report that our leader is missing, that he didn't see our leader. 48 hours, 72 hours, for more than 8 days, our leader was missing. Chike Doziem folded his hand and was happy. Remember, this is a man he speaks to every day. This is the same Chike Doziem parading up and down, talking about evidence, sending people. People are sending me messages. Oh, give me your evidence. I will help you. I will go and talk to Chike Doziem. Let's start with the evidence of Chike Doziem himself.
Okay.
He didn't see our leader. This is our leader he speaks to every day, at least sometimes 2 times every day. Chike Doziem, 1 day pass, 2 days pass, 3. Even if our leader is on the mountain, he will still send messages, text message. They claim he was playing. Chike Doziem, you didn't hear from our leader. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, 5th day, 6th day, 7th day, 8 days. Now, after the 8th day, the Janjaweed, the uncircumcised, claimed they had him in our custody. Chike Doziem, what did you do after that? Chike Doziem, you are the evidence that you're showing Biafra. Chike Doziem is the evidence himself that Biafran need to know. Chike Doziem is an evil man. I don't want to talk about Chike Doziem today. So let's talk about
I should give you time to talk about Chike so we can do what we want to do today.
Yeah, we want to do. Yeah, on the interview, he claimed that Judas Iscariot knew on the 20th. After Judas Iscariot told you that he knew, with all the people that knew, all of them knew. What did Chike Doziem do? Chike Doziem, that's your evidence. Chike Doziem is fighting sit at home. Chike Doziem, that's your own evidence. When Chike Doziem na chukwa oge oku, he deceived na Biafran. We don't have time for that. I don't want to talk about Chike Doziem. All I want to talk about is how Biafra will come. Chukwa Kika Abiyama said we should reject slavery. We should reject benefiting from war. These are the major 2 things. Some people in our midst sold our leader the same way they sold our ancestors that led us into slavery. That is the same way. That's what we need to reject. I don't want to talk about stupid Chike Doziem. Chike Doziem is the one who claims about if any person that is expelled, fired, if you are associating with the person, is it not a shame you claim to fire somebody and that's who everybody said they want to be with? They rejected him. They still want to be with Ejasi. Mazi Ejasi is in charge of the central region, where the 2nd largest revenue for ESN comes from. This is the man he removed. Oliver is in charge of Eastern region. That is the largest contributor of ESN. That is the person that Chike Doziem removed and put Tochukwu Igboanusi. Tochukwu Igboanusi was appointed by Uchemefo. Then in the central region, he claimed he removed the Ejasi and put another Uchemefo person in. And he thinks Biafrans are dumb. That's why we rejected him. We blocked Chike Doziem out. We are doing everything we can do to hold it until Mazen Nandekano comes out and takes over. So I wish I can stop talking about this stupid man.
Well, that's what I wanted to do because that's not the program for today, Dr. Nelly. I'm going to make out time for you maybe within the week or weekend so we can dissect this matter.
I think I have to do a video on him because I don't even think he deserves my... Anyway, however you want to do it.
Yeah, because that's the plan. Yeah, for the person that is telling me to stop interrupting Dr. Nelly, we've not really entered our program. We are already discussing. Okay, we are discussing right now because we already had a planned program here. So
There is one exit.
I
I
don't
want to
want
let
her to
them.
come back to the program. So before you tell me I'm interrupting, I know you love gist. Allow me to take control of this platform the way we planned it. Okay, Dr. Nelly, take a sip of water because you are going to educate us right now.
Okay, let me say something. There are people who are coming. I guess they didn't hear my announcement. Anybody that is coming here to disrupt this program by texting nonsense, the spirit of Biafra will afflict them with epilepsy.
You see?
They will start having epileptic seizures at night when they try to go to bed. So I am warning them right now. And this epilepsy will be a generational curse. Their children will be epileptic. Their children's children will be epileptic. So don't say you're not warned. And this is a message I have for you. I'm not the one sending that. They will become epileptic, so they can text and write whatever they want. I said it in the beginning and I'm saying it again. And I hope they heard me. It's your choice.
Yeah.
It's not that it bothers me, it doesn't bother me, but I'm going to say what I'm told to say.
Okay. Take a sip of water so we can enter the prop. I'm excited to hear what I'm about to say. Somebody said she's in the spirit, allow her to flow. Yes, I will allow her to flow. The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. She has to stick to what we have today. Okay? You will hear more of that, what you want to hear. I know you like gist. Biafran people, you so much love gist. Dr. Nelly, take a sip of water. So let's go to the topic we have today. I don't really want us to deviate from it. I don't really, because it's important. It's something we're about to do. We are planning on how to do it. It's one of the most important things we should do. You know, even for God to help us fight this eternal enemy, we have to do all these things. Very important. And dear friends, you need to hear it. Okay. Okay, Dr. Nelly, we are the other time talking about sin of slavery, how our people sold, our ancestors did the selling, and the selling is still on till today, right in front of us, right inside IPOB. I'm still, somebody needs to wake me up that this thing happened inside IPOB. I can't believe this. Please, let's continue. Talk to us, please. Talk to us.
Yeah. So I'm just going to deliver the message to the way that there are people who know more about this, and hopefully you would I will encourage you to look for people who know this history so that they can tell us more.
Yeah.
But going back to how we got into the mess that we are in right now.
Okay.
Believe me, our ancestors were living the good life. Because when God created us, we're the original people.
Of course.
Jehovah Chukwuekike gave of everything that we needed. They talk about oil on the ground. We have even beyond. We have all kinds of mineral resources. We have everything. In our bushes, our climate, our weather. When God created us, He made sure we had everything. So we were living the good life. Our ancestors were living the good life. Until what Lucifer is doing is to fight God. Everything that is beloved to God, everything that God loves, he will try to fight it and destroy it. So Lucifer knows that how God loves us. We are His beloved. So what did he do? He tried to fight God. Destroying us was his way of fighting Jehovah, just to make him angry. Because God created us for us to worship Him, to serve Him in truth and in spirit. That is the same thing He did in the Garden of Eden with our ancestors, Adam and Eve. So in Biafra land, we were living the good life. We had everything that we wanted. Before you knew it, the devil entered some people in those days. And they started selling their brothers and sisters. Maybe at another day, I'm going to talk about the oath, the Ibini Upabi. It's called the Ibini Upabi. It's like a shrine.
Yeah,
it didn't start out bad. But then Lucifer took it over to use it to destroy us. They will tell you that this person did this and did that, and they're going to take oath. I remember when I was little, my grandmother would say, so later on, I realized that all of us, all Biafrans, we are going to Arochukwu to take the oath and to do other things without knowing that the devil has taken over.
Hmm.
So what they were doing is they will say that the person came to take an oath, and they will say the person is guilty, and then they will sell the person off, and then cut up some stuff, some red stuff, put it in the water, and claim that the person already died, but they sold them into slavery. That's how slavery was introduced.
Wow.
Do you know the strange thing?
Hmm.
There is the Arochukwu, there is the Ohoafia, there is the Ngwa. Sister Chinwe, can you believe that in our generation, the people in IPOB that are committing the same crime are from Arochukwu area, Ohoafia area, and Ngwa area? They are the one that infested, make sure to distribute the demons around every IPOB member. Somebody was talking about, oh, did some women went to what is her town? What is
Ihechia or something like that?
Ihechiowa? Yes, Ihechiowa. I will talk about that when the right time comes. So basically, women, they were asking who sent. I'm the one. I sent a letter to the Royal Highness of Ihechiowa. I sent that letter. I have my name and my signature on it. What I wanted the women to know is that this same woman, Nenayanya, this is not her real name. In Ihechiowa, nobody knows who Nenayanya is. But the bottom line is that these people are from the same Arochukwu. Go and check this history. We need to do this investigation ourselves. So she is from that area, that Arochukwu area. They are the ones that put us in bondage. Their ancestors are the ones that sold us. Even Judas Iscariot, trace her genetics, trace her ancestors. Now we are talking about what's her name? Chiasanworu. Their ancestors, Ngwa, all the people that their ancestors used to enslave us are the same people that they are using currently to enslave us. Biafrans need to do their own research and find out. So the same demon that possessed their ancestors are still in them. That's why they have to be wiped out completely so that our children will not suffer this.
This Ikechukwu should be blocked, please. This AK Ikechukwu, let him go with his
epilepsy. He's going to suffer epilepsy, and his children will suffer epilepsy. And he can never atone for this sin. So let's continue. So when the time comes, especially people who know more, we'll talk about Arochukwu, Ohoafia, Ngwa. Do you know that currently, somebody was telling me, oh, they're going to go to Arochukwu to take an oath. They don't understand. By the time you go there, even before you go there, they will call Nenaya to let them know that you came to take an oath. They will call Chinasanworu. They will call Justice enemy. Justice is from Ohoafia. Chinasanworu is from Ngwa. She is the one that's going to confess her real name. I'm not going to say her real name because she has a name she uses in Germany. She has a name she uses in IPOB, and she has her own real name. So they will even call her, you already done the same thing their ancestors did with the oath thing. That's what they are doing in IPOB currently. Take an oath before you even leave Arochukwu. They already informed them. Enemy will already know you came to take an oath. Chinasanworu will know you take an oath. Nenayimi or Anya, whatever she's called, will know you already take an oath. Go and trace their ancestors. It's the same people. From 300 years ago, 200 years ago, they are the same people whom Lucifer used to put us in bondage. Do you know that the same people, their offsprings, are the ones that Lucifer is using to try to keep us in bondage? But guess what? Chukwuemeka said, no, we've suffered enough. Because we've prayed. We've paid with our price, our blood. We paid the price with our blood. A lot of Biafrans have died. A lot of IPOB members have died. A lot of IPOB members have sacrificed their salaries. They've done their contribution. They pay this and pay that just for Biafra to be restored. We have done atonement. That's why Chukwuemeka said, no, we have to know these things. That's why he's telling us about slavery. Slavery in the old and slavery now. They sell their brothers and sisters. They take them to prostitution. That's slavery. They use them to do rituals. Do you know that cannibalism is one of the worst sins? That's one of the things why we also got it into bondage, into slavery.
Yeah.
These Ngwa people, Chinas and Warus people, the same generation upon generation, the demons travel from them. That's why it needs to stop in Biafra land. Once we get our independence, we're going to take an oath. I got sworn for.
Of course.
Instantly.
You say?
Anybody that plans to point finger and betray them, they will die instantly. Their offspring will not carry out this sin because we don't want our children to suffer what we are suffering right now. We've been in enough bondage. Our independence is in our hand. It's not even the Fulani. The Fulani have no power. They have no power over us. We are the ones keeping ourselves in bondage, and we cannot do it anymore. Elohim has given us our freedom, and we have to take it by force.
Of course.
And the problem we have is within us.
Yeah.
That's the problem we have. And that's why every Biafran needs to speak up. Speak up and say no. So hopefully in the future you're going to invite, or maybe I'll say, but I need you to invite an expert who will tell us about these people. Do you know Arochukwu? Do you know Hofia? Do you know Ngwa? Chinwa, my sister, I sent people to all this location, to Arochukwu area. When they were talking about Ihechiowa, officially, I had people go there so that they will also bear witness. So I was able to trace the lineage of these people back to history of slavery. Chinwa, you will be so shocked at the findings. Even I traced some people to Ahofia. I traced some people to Ngwa. And then even their history of our ancestors, their own ancestors. Chinwa, my dear, there is nothing that's different from what their ancestors did. This is just the strangest thing. The same thing their ancestors did to put us in bondage. That's why they are doing in IPOB. Do you know they are very few in number, but they are the ones that infiltrated everybody in IPOB. Not everybody, all the evil people in IPOB. The same demon that was operating with their ancestors is the one that is operating now. But why you know that Biafra has come is because Jehovah wants us to speak it out and reject it.
Yes.
Yeah. We need to reject slavery. Slavery is the reason why we are in bondage. We are in slavery in our own time. I was even looking at do you know there's Arochukwu people? I'm sorry, I don't mean this to talk about a particular people.
See what you are doing. I wanted to say something. If it's from my village, I'll try to find out what is the root problem of what we are facing, and once we address it, we solve it once and for all, and all of us become free. So
yes, it's about freedom.
Did something wrong and it's affecting my family, I too will go and look for problem and look for solution, and also solve that problem so my children will not also suffer what we are suffering. It's normal. Somebody here says from Arochukwu that we are 100% right. We are here to look for solution. Honestly, it's not because we are picking on anybody. All of us are.
No, it's because we all we want is freedom. And whatever the truth, whatever I'm told to say, I'm going to say it. It doesn't matter. But this is the fact. This is the truth. Yeah. So now we have to do whatever we can to do an atonement.
Of course.
We're going to ask our brothers and sisters that are scattered all over the world to forgive us. And I think it's the task of the women. It's the task of everybody. Every Biafran needs to speak out and say that they reject the sin of slavery. This sin was brought upon us by our ancestors, but unfortunately, we are paying for it.
Of course.
Even the children of Israel, after they disobey God and start acting stupid, somebody will come and take them over, and they'll get into slavery. So the same thing is happening to us. But after this generation, we should endeavor to make sure that our children does not suffer this. We don't want to be in bondage anymore.
Yeah.
So this is the final stage. We are at the final stage.
Yeah, and we have to do what we have to do.
And we have to do whatever we can. The ones in our midst that are causing this problem, even if we can't kick them out, we use our mouth to speak it out. This is evil and we reject it. We are not part of it. Yeah. Our own God will know that we've spoken out. Even if it's only 50% of Biafrans that did that.
Of course.
Jehovah will know that we are now coming to him with clean hands. Because he says, know the truth, for the truth shall set you free. The truth about our problem shall set us free. The truth is that we are in bondage because we put our sisters and brothers in bondage. The truth is that we are scattered all over everywhere in the world because we scattered our brothers and sisters. The truth is that everything that is happening to us is because of the sins of slavery, selling, the sin of cannibalism, the sin of benefiting from war. We need to emphasize this until everybody begin to understand what is holding us back. Fulani is not holding us back.
Yeah.
We are the ones that are holding ourselves back. And the earlier we acknowledge it, it doesn't matter if anybody is angry with you, just say the truth. Once we get Biafra, you can apologize to them. All we want now is to get Biafra. That's what we want. We don't have 6 months. God forbid. Biafra is already here. All we are waiting for is to raise that flag. For the final battle. We don't have, God forbid, and then we're 6 months. It's gonna happen now. It's already now. All we need to do is to do atonement. Ask God to forgive us for slavery. There are people in different towns and villages still enslaving people, calling them names. That needs to stop in Biafran land, because we're going to live like free men and women.
Of course.
We have to ask our brothers and sisters whom we sold to forgive us, because that's we're in the final battle. We are getting ready to enter there.
Of course. And that's why things are.
And most importantly, we can no longer afford to benefit from war. So all the people that are benefiting from war, we're going to reject it. We're not part of it. They're on their own. No. They are on their own. If you're in IPOB and you're benefiting from war, I declare right now you're on your own. Your sin will be upon your head. It's not going to be upon the head of all Biafrans. Biafrans reject it. We reject the sin of Achan. You cannot benefit from war. Jehovah Chukwuekike say we're benefiting from war, and he's angry. And he wants us to stop benefiting from war. So if you're in IPOB and you're benefiting from war, you and your generation, you're on your own. We are no longer part of it. We are rejecting that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because now we know. We can say we are not one. Now we know. So if you are at the ache and in our midst, you and your family will be destroyed. This is the time for you to repent. You have a chance to repent and change your ways. If not, Chukwuekike Abiyama himself, the spirit of Biafra, will pull you out to destroy you and your generation, your children and your children's children. We are saying it out. We are saying it out. Chukwuekike Abiyama is our witness that we are saying it out. We are rejecting all the Acans in our midst. Everybody that is benefiting from this war, this battle. We Biafrans, we speak on behalf of Biafran, we reject it. Their sins will not hold us back.
Yeah.
Because we are entering into Biafra land. Because the wall of Jericho has been broken. We are in the final stage to into Biafra. And we are rejecting all the Acans in our midst. We are rejecting slavery. We're already asking Chukwuekike Abiyama to forgive us for our ancestors that sold their brothers and sisters. Even right now in IPOB, everybody that have sold their own brother and sisters, we ask for the forgiveness, and we ask that Chukwuekike Abiyama uproot and destroy them, because we're not a part of it anymore. We don't want to be a part of it anymore. We reject it because we want to enter into Biafra land. We are going to become whiter than white and whiter than snow. This is a covenant, an agreement we had with Chukwuekike Abiyama. IPOB said, this is the group of people that sacrifice themselves on behalf of the entire nation of Biafra. And we cannot be evil. We cannot see evil and not say. We cannot steal. We cannot benefit from war. We cannot hide evil. We cannot sell our own. We cannot sell our prophet. We cannot sell our brother and sister. And keep quiet. We are rejecting all that because we're tired of slavery. We are tired of being in bondage. This is the final battle that we need to fight so that we can get into Biafra.
Of course.
And I'm going to keep on screaming it. It doesn't matter who is happy with it and who is not happy. I'm going to keep on screaming it until it gets to the ears of every Biafran. We have to reject the sin of slavery, both past and present. We have to reject and denounce every Akan in our midst. Chukwuekike said we cannot benefit from war. We see all the people, even in Israel, how they benefited from war and how they were destroyed and how they lost the battle. That is the stage that we are in right now. And we cannot continue to benefit from war. We reject everybody that is in IPOB and in Biafran land that is benefiting from war. We reject everybody, even the Southeast governors that are selling their brothers and sisters. But one thing is good, they are not into a covenant with Jehovah. IPOB members are the ones that entered into this agreement with God. They are the ones that have this covenant. So basically, it's the covenant of IPOB members and Chukwuekike that counts. All these evil Southeast governors, they don't count. Because we are the ones that brought ourselves out. We are the ones that are sacrificing our blood. We are the ones that are sacrificing our money. We are the ones that are sacrificing our time. We are the ones that are sacrificing every sacrificable. So we are the ones that Chukwuekike is looking onto. And that's why we pledged to Chukwuekike and said that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. We said we're going to be clean, we're going to be honest. We're not going to be like our ancestors. Look at our honesty and our cleanliness and forgive us and give us Biafra. But there are some evildoers that is making sure that we are not whiter than white and whiter than snow. And that's why we are rejecting that people. Those people, all of them, we are rejecting them. And we're asking Chukwuekike to help us and know that we are whiter than white. There are many of us. These evil people are very few. So it's very important that we all rise up. Biafrans rise up. Reject evil. Reject the sin of Achan. Reject everybody that is benefiting from this war. Everybody that is benefiting from this battle that we are in right now. Just like the people of old Israel in Joshua 7. Please let this sin not hold us back. Let us open our mouth and reject the sin of Achan. Let us open our mouth and reject the sin of slavery. Let us open our mouth and ask for forgiveness. So that Chukwuekike will forgive us and put us into the land of Biafra. This is what we need to do, and I'm going to keep on screaming it. We're going to keep on talking about it until every Biafran understands.
So we have somebody that wants to that's calling right now. We really need to pick this call. It's very important.
Okay, I will wait.
Very, very important. Hello. 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 Put down your volume so we can hear you very well. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome to the program. Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if I will speak English or if I will speak Igbo.
Anyone?
English.
Should I introduce who is calling?
Yeah, my name is Oliver Meka Mokedi.
Okay.
Traditional worker.
Traditional worker. That's it.
Okay.
Ndewo, Mazi Ndewo.
Greetings to all the Biafrans all over the whole worldwide.
Thank you. Can you raise the volume so that Biafrans can
let me raise it a bit, but I think it's... Hello?
Yes.
Raise your voice. Let's hear you very well. Please, everybody needs to hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. Is my voice coming out now or not?
Yes.
Yes. Biafrans, tell me, are you hearing him well? Go ahead.
Okay. I greet everybody. I greet our ancestors, both the dead ones and the living ones. I come from a place called Akolo. Akolo is a town with 9 villages before Awachuku, Ohofia, and Abreba destroyed the land and took the heart of the people and sent them to slavery. And they allowed the place to be shared into many towns. Part of them is now actually Slovenia. Slovenia is a town of its own. But you see how a town fall into other towns. That is what the Alojuku did to the whole Igbo land. These people need to be delivered. And they should stop insulting people and they hiding with the fake names. There's no hidden time now. Camera is everywhere. People are working hard. People are now in digital. They can see everything. So the only option for the people is to tell the truth. Only truth can set us free. If you can it's a column. You know about a globia. Umuchiana a globia, Umuchi a globia. It's a column. If you go to Zioko, you will see Akolo Oko. These people left there stranded. It is like Alojuku, Ofoegbu, and Abreba took their forefathers, took the strong ones, the tall one, the strong men in the town and sent them to slavery, to America, to everywhere. And they left the weak one there and allowed them to be grow up as a Christian. The people that they can force to come out of their ancestral traditional houses, ancestral house holy temple, to go and become Catholic or Anglican, or hunger will kill them. This is a mistake, and this is why erosion is destroying agro. Nanka, many people, our people are still reading Bible. They have never started reading their own history because of this inferiority complex. We are living in a place we don't know what is there. But we have a Bible that is teaching us about the heaven, teaching us about the Jericho, Jordan, Syria, Cyprus, and the many places. We have never been there. But where we are, nobody is teaching us our history in the school. We have traveled many places, see people looks like us, but nobody can be able to tell us who we are. We have our own history also. Our ancestors tell their children, all this is death. Are fighting back. Everybody have a problem. And the Alojuku and the Ofoegbu and the Abreba, the only what they can do is to tell the people the truth. Their descendants took the land of Ofoegbu people. Ofoegbu people knows this history. And Nedo wanted to divide into four now. As I'm telling you now, if this will be, which is going to church, died, everybody will go their own separate ways. Igbo land have no peace. Every village have problem because these Alojuku people is like a Fulani in Nigeria. The same thing that the Fulani is doing the whole Nigerians is what Alojuku, Ofoegbu, and Abreba is doing the entire Igbo race. We are the spiritual people of that land, like the Levites, and I don't know. We are from the kingdom. We have deities called Udo and Ogu. That's why they say Onyeju Ogu of Udo. We have Iyi. We have our ways of life, our orientation as from priesthood. We respect humanity. We respect the sun. Our culture is totally different from Alojuku own. That is why if you make okay, they think that they are cheating us, calling us Jew guys. We are in this struggle, telling them every kind of truth, and they are using it against us. That is why the people who call Chukwu Okike Abiyama are scammers. People who call Chukwu Okike Abiyama and lying to people. For how long will all this thing, will we see this thing happening? In our land, we have too much dada, all these Rasta people. They are Ezemo. We don't have a king. The kind of king we have then is dada. And that was and Abreba help these people to kill all these people and sell the other ones to Jamaica. Jamaican people are still speaking Igbo today. They are Igbos, Jamaicans. And how they sell these people, they will come and tag the dada. Maybe you smoke Igbo or you do this. You will come to Arochuku and swear. These truth people, these people that is living by truth, they will take them to Arochuku and tell them to go through that tunnel. Biafrans have to go and visit that tunnel in Arochuku. We need to go and visit that tunnel in Arochuku where they tell us that our ancestors are dead. But they are not dead. They said them at the end of that tunnel were a slave ship who take our ancestors to America, to Jamaica, to Trinidad and Tobago, to Haiti. We are not here in Europe or in the Western world to make money. No. We are looking for what happened to our ancestors. Some people like to make money, but we are still digging our history because something happened to us. There's a mark we have on our face. We still find the people across African country, across many places that have the same mark. This is the problem that we are having. It's not that Arochuku, it's not that the Fulani or Hausa or people are holding us down. Arochuku, Ohofia, and Abreba trap us down. Ofoegbu, in our history, is mother, nega. They used to say it, nega. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting this battle with us because he said anytime our woman rises from America, then you know that the Biafra is coming. This is the true history of the Biafra. That the sun in the Biafra flag is a woman. Anyamutoto. Ofoegbu is British give them that power, warrant chief. That is where this is how they overcome our queen. Edo is a spring goddess of Anedo. Habagri is a spring goddess of Anocha. There's many of them which all of you who don't know this history. All these Ndemiri people, you need to connect with them. All these spiritual people. Not in the Dibia. This Dibia is from Arochuku, Ohofia, and Abreba. They have killed all our natural animals, doing all this kind of sacrifice, telling people to go to Malaysia and they make money and they come and they make juju for you. This is not our culture. Nnamdi Kanu have said it. What is Dibia? Dibia is supposed to be a native. Dibia is supposed to be a doctor who is researching for medicine that cure stomach pain or headache or all these things. This is supposed to be their work. But today, you see what they are doing. This is the Arochuku of Havia, what they used to deceive people. They cannot use that to deceive people today. We believe in that the Almighty God. Nnamdi Kanu is saying it, but maybe he called it that Elohim. But the Almighty God we're talking about is that the Son. Go to Aguilera, go to the kingdom, go to Muri, go to Aguilera, ask them, go there, we will still have our elders. All these people are just copying us, copying what we are doing, what we maintain. They are claiming that they are the one, but they have never do it the way it's supposed to be done. Is what we do because this is the orientation that we have. Because the great force are the gods and the goddess of our ancestors. They can make thunder, they can make erosion, they can do some signs and wonders. Not people doing it, but the spirit that is doing all this is the forces that we have. Anadueme, Anaboso, Anazoba, Anabog. All this is what we're supposed to know. All this is what the Arochukwu have gone against. They have made themselves like a god, now answering the Chuku, but they are doing evil. Arochukwu, Aro Ofoegbu, who make him Ofoegbu? That is the motherland, not Ofoegbu. This is a mistake. We have to tell them the truth. Let them come open with their real names and their real faces. Let us debate this thing in the international community. Let people leave their something on comment. Let the comment of the people talk. Let us know who defeat each other. Not hiding. It's like a parasite. They are hiding with your name, doing a lot of damages. Aro Ofoegbu, Ohofia Udumeze. This is the of warders where they are carrying the people's head on their head, dancing. This is not our culture. I swear with my ancestors, I will never dance or celebrate that thing because the head they carry is the head of our ancestors. This is a sacred code. Ohafia war dancing. Go and investigate. We need to go and investigate. There are many head of people's score. They kill it and bring it back home. Those who bring human head are the members of that.
Traditional Wokedi, sorry, can we invite you on to, because if we allow you, it's very interesting. Dr. Nelly, what do you think?
So I was thinking that, can you invite him, because this is like very interesting. It's getting more interesting.
I didn't
can you
even
invite him next Saturday? Can he come?
Is it possible, Traditional Wokedi?
To come where?
To this platform to teach us,
educate us, yeah.
Lecture us.
But we'll let you finish. But then, can you come next Saturday?
What I'm saying is, where I make sense, use it and Google it and all, go and find out.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Okay. Can we?
Because I need people to ask you questions. If you can come next Saturday.
Yes. Yeah.
Biafrans may have a lot of questions that I don't. She and I may not even know the answer. You can come up next Saturday so that they can ask you questions about this.
Yeah. They really want to ask you questions. So what do you say?
Because everybody, we need to expose all the sins that we are hiding. We are not white as the way we say.
Yeah.
And we are not pure like God the way we say it. We need to.
Okay, we will let you finish. Hopefully, Chinwa has your number and she can call you at another time. But we're going to let you finish because we want to hear what you're saying. It's very interesting. Okay. Please continue.
Yeah. Abreba and Abreba do the same thing. This celebration Abreba people used to celebrate. This one is of recent. Meliseleso of England. Tell Arochukwu something there. Arochukwu did something, and Arochukwu used Abreba to do that. That is what they are celebrating the mirror, because Abreba have never seen himself in the mirror for the first time. So they use a mirror, because when these people come to Africa, they use something that they inferior something to deceive them.
Yeah.
When Abreba go to and kill a lot of villages and destroy a lot of things, even take Mbolo land, the land from Mbolo, it's because of mirror. Some of them do this thing because of whiskey. Some of them do this thing because of sugar. I have believed why our ancestors do this kind of mistake, because of material things.
And it's still happening.
Some do it because of mirror. Some do because of chocolate. Some do because of whiskey. Some do because of sugar. And they hate their own people, who reject all those things, who live natural life, who don't want all this sugar and all those things. And that sugar still, let us start killing them. The end of Ohavia, the end of Arochukwu and all these people, they did not end well. And their children are playing game because they think they survive as a Christian, that they are a Christian. They never know who they are or what until they started reading their own history. Now, what surprises me or what amazes me a lot is those people that they tell us that they die is what we are seeing in America.
Oh, God.
We are seeing them in Jamaica. and they are still speaking something like Igbos. They looks like us. It's better. I'm afraid of myself. Each time I go to Holland, I see the Suriname people. If you see how they the name of Nanka to become Nanka because they cannot pronounce the place very well. Now they don't know the meaning of Nanka that they are answering. They bring war here. And they start building churches. Now erosion is destroying Nanka. The same thing in Agro. And they give us all these kings who is going to churches to read us as a Christian. They don't want to bring us as the children of our ancestors. They bring us up as a Christian. And that's why they cannot develop our land. And they will not allow us to be developed. And that is why many traditional houses in Igbo land is abandoned. This is what Arochukwu did. He wanted to conquer a woman. Because the children belongs to the mother. Go to Israel today. The children belongs to their mother. This is how it used to be in our own side. But Arochukwu wanted to say that children belongs to the father. And he fight the woman, our women, he cannot defeat them until British took it and they give them this thing. And that is why Igbo land can never come together again because they have been divided their land into umunna. But if they call themselves umunne, everybody will come back together again, irrespective of who their father is. Everybody, it is easy to come back together as umunne, but we cannot come back together as umunna.
Traditional worker, I would like to invite you because I too would like to ask you a question on that because I have questions to ask you.
Go to the comment section, you will see some people that is saying the truth. It's Martin
Yeah. So please.
And they call it Nanka.
Yeah, please. I would like us to do this thing very well because you cannot be talking on phone like this.
We are genuine in this struggle. African Americans will help us. Jamaicans, Haiti's, Trinidad and Tobago, all these places where they drop them in the slave ship. These people wanted to come back home.
They want, yes.
They cannot come back home alone. That is why our ancestors allow us to scatter also all over the whole world wide. We go back together, all of us will go back together. We will never know who is indigenous and who is a slave. We will cry together. We will do this atonement together.
Yes.
All of us will go back there together. And this is how Biafra will come. Because those who are in Africa, we don't have the knowledge of producing anything. We are consumer. And those who will come from this thing, they will be engineer. They have knowledge of making their motherland best. Unless if we are greedy, then we cannot take the indigenous people of the land out of their land and send them to slavery, and then occupy their land with the Christian religious knowledge. We will become children of the popes, children of reverend fathers, children of pastors. That is why we have too much churches in indigenous peoples of land. And we are speaking, I don't know, we are speaking in tongue. We cannot speak what people, This is our history. I want my town to become 9 villages again. I want to be, I'm not from Ishuofe. And I'm not from Nanka. I'm not from, my place is Nanka. That place is Nanka because we are the 2 blacksmiths. We are, all our 9 villages, we are blacksmiths. You see that?
Yeah, traditional wicked will have to come back to educate us.
That's what I'm saying.
I know there's somebody that wants to call in. There's somebody.
Yeah, a lot of people now they want to start asking questions, and
it's very important.
Yes.
Please.
Bring
Even if you're going to be on the phone, please, it's very, very important because God wants us to talk about this now. I don't know why,
Yes.
but we need to take care of this. And we need people that know this history. We
Yes.
need people that can help us solve this problem because that's the last stumbling block. Once we
That's
cross
yes.
this over,
That's the
this
only
is
thing
about
holding
the
me.
final. Once we get this over, we'll get into Biafra land.
Of course.
Please, please, we'll
Tradition.
call him because it's very important and it's going to take longer so that he can educate us some more. But some people want to call in. I know
Okay.
somebody that is saying probably they have something to say.
Okay. Are they asking me or asking traditional work, Eddie?
I don't know. Maybe when they're calling, maybe if you open up your line, we will see.
Okay.
I
If
can
you are
even
asking me
call them.
question, then maybe I can get two phones, traditional work, Eddie. But I'm gonna call you. We are gonna do this in a proper way, please. Please.
Okay,
All right.
no problem.
All right. Thank you so much. We do
Thank you so
appreciate you.
much.
Thank you so much. When I saw that call, I couldn't just I couldn't just allow that call to go. Maybe it might
Yeah,
not.
I am. Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm blown out, and we need
I'm
to
blown.
know
I'm
more
blown.
about this.
I was having
Yeah.
goose people all over my body.
Mm.
If we don't really hide this, or expose this truth and do things properly, Ofoegbu Taman years on her. Whether you're from Abribo, Hafia, Arochukwu, we are all suffering the whole thing, and we need to come together to solve the problem together once and for all and get into Biafra. Probably this is what is the last thing that is holding us into getting into Biafra. I believe so. I believe so. This is the right time. We just have to do it. You know what happened when all these things happened and the Christianity came and all of us started living as if nothing happened, and that's where the problem became so much, and the root of the matter was not discovered, uprooted. All these things we are doing, we've been cutting things, we've been cutting it like trees, and once we cut it, it will keep growing until we go and uproot it where it's coming from, where we go nowhere. I think that is where we are heading towards right now. Doctor, what do you think?
Yes, I think so. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people want to call in. Can you see if they can come in?
Please, you can call in now. I told you today is going to be, we see, autopilot. I never knew we were going to get this lecture. You started this thing, even when you were talking, it was getting interesting. All of a sudden, traditional work ethic came in and started opening a whole lot of things. Well, that's why we answer NECA. So,
Yes, isn't that amazing?
yeah, some things as I was growing up were so strange to me. The names we answer and the things the way it is, and where did they come from? You know. And I remember somebody telling me about Miro that some he's from Arochukwu when I was small. He was our neighbor. He was telling me about the Miro thing, how white man brought Miro to them, and they had good relationship with the white man. The white man really used them a lot, brought whiskey. The guy was telling me this thing, talking about all these things. So I think they had a very good relationship with them, as in
Yeah,
they
like my grandmother
communicated it very
told
well.
me a little. Yeah, my
So,
grandmother told me that's what they used to deceive people. That's why they started the slavery. They will give them the whiskey and all that, and then they will sell, hand them people over to be sold as slaves.
yes, and now
Yeah.
pretended that they came to Arochukwu to take oath and they died because they were
Yeah.
guilty as charged of the sins they came to do. We need
Mm.
to expose all these things, and I don't know. It's autopilot. I can use that word. Hand me here more. The line is
No more.
open right now. Please, you have to call in, and if you want to contribute, you contribute. If you want to ask question, you ask question.
There's somebody that's been trying to call in. I wish you can try and call them.
Okay.
Mm. I wonder if they're still available.
Yeah. Some people have been trying to call. Okay. Okay. Let me pick this one first. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, my sister. You're welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Mm.
Good evening, doctor.
Good evening, my sister, my beloved. Good evening, my blood. Ndewo.
This is Lillian Ogun from Ofoegbu, Biafran.
Okay.
The history that our brother transitional worker speak, I really like it. What the man says, there's no lie about that. Where I come from,
Mm.
we are common country between side on Apia. And what is saying, talking about the using death score in carrying on head. We our side, towards that my side, and quite on side, equal side, we did the same thing. We are using that the same thing. And they told us about this particular story he was telling us that then when they want to sell people from slavery, because of this Fulani dividing us, that towards that Kungwa side that they got us put in Akwa Ibom side, there we too we speak the same similar Igbo language, and we bear the same name like them, like one became Musu, Owena, one Kaji, all those names. We bear the same. It's something like that towards Kungwa side. So what the man is saying is true, because my father told us that then when they say that if you do anything or you commit any crime, they say you go and swear. They will when you go say because of you were guilty, so that person will not come back. So it's true that they were selling those people. So when they give this issue, they say, because of my sister, if not because of this Biafran, we Calabar, Akwa Ibom, we were just lost. Nobody know the history. Nobody know until when this our leader comes. So as you said, we must go to the grassroots to uproot it, or else we are going nowhere. Because whoever we offended, because they say the sin of the father will go upon, but I reject. It can never be in our.
I reject. Yes.
So yes. My sister, as you say, they should do something at least to go around and apologize for the people that they hurt. And we don't talk about our own side, because then there was nothing like social media today whereby we can be able to know it, because whatever they told them, they believe. Like as it happened now. So I'm just stick on that issue, because when anything happens, even if you be in a family, when you have problem and you continue seeing people, or when they grow up, they still go into the same problem. And if you don't go and look what is the cause, or maybe sometimes some family you will see, they will not grow above 40, they will die. Some of them, some of the family, you will see their daughter, they can never get married. But you don't know what was the cause from the great-grandmother, from their ancestors. So they continue rooming like that, until when you now find out, say, hey, this is the problem. Let us tackle this. You will now see that other people save from the problem.
Yeah.
So as you are saying, it may be what is delaying this our struggle.
Yeah.
That's what you are mentioning.
Yeah. Thank you, my sister. We have another caller on hold, please. I think I'll be giving people like three minutes to talk.
Please, can I say something? Yeah. I just want to appreciate this, even the previous caller and this caller. I want to appreciate them, and I want to tell you.
I think she's still talking. Yeah.
Okay. Continue, sister.
Okay. So as I said, we should target that particular side, so that we will know where, if we do this one, we know that one we already solved the problem. But if we just continue keeping marking time, and we continue seeing this, and because those ones that betray this our struggle, those people that mention their name, if you have people like that in the mix, my dear, there's nothing we can do. We must sort this. Maybe those ones that did all these things, they don't even be with their own senses. Maybe because of the cause that already following them, that is why they behave like this, because they are not with their senses. It's something that already been caused by their forefathers. So, as I'm saying, and another thing, and I will about these particular people, we should not try to talk somehow like discrimination. I'm sorry to use that word, because if it happens like that, because some of our Biafran people, they understand. You will say something, instead of them to listen and think about what you are saying, they will change that word to something else. They will now say that, oh, now they are started to defy people. They now see the one from Arochibo, they will now see, we will just make it general because what they were doing is the thing that we are suffering today. So we should go on that to apologize to how we want to get in touch with the people that our forefather fought, so that we can be able to solve this problem out. Thank you very much for your
Thank you so much.
God bless you. In Jesus' mighty name.
Thank you so much. You are blessed. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You heard what she said. We are not discriminating. All of us are even suffering the whole thing. I think
yes, even them. Let me say something. She said something about they may not even know what they are doing.
Yeah.
That is very, very critical. Like when I was going back to do this investigation, this research, and go to, you see, it's a demonic spirit.
Yeah.
Actually, spirit is not even fighting us; it's fighting God. It's fighting the people of God. So
Yeah.
that's why the same generational curse is keep on, the same demon keep on going on until now. The same people who did it 300-400 years ago are still doing it now. So I agree with what the sister said. It's not about discrimination. It's that all of us need help.
We
All of
need
us
help.
need to we need to find the roots. And I'm happy that she spoke up. I hope so many people will come so that we will know more about this problem, because we need to solve it. That is what is holding us. Once we take care of this, believe me, Biafra, we already have Biafra. This is
Of
the
course.
final
Of
step,
course.
the
Of course.
final hurdle.
Of
Thank
course.
you very much. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your
Thank you so
call.
much. We have a caller on the line. Good evening, sir. You're welcome. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, you're calling. The volume.
It's low.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello, am I
Yeah.
coming out clear?
Yes, you're coming out loud and clear right now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening from here.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
Rabbi Shaw.
Oh,
Calling from
I-
Malum.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you
thank
for
you,
calling.
sir. Thank you.
I've been listening to you guys. I'm so thrilled for what I'm hearing. Information, every information is treasure to me personally. It has nothing to do with my belief system. There are some certain mysteries that we don't understand yet, and there are those that we are understanding, and there are those that are still unfolding to the best of our knowledge. But there are things you guys said. I think Dr. Nelly was saying that a lot of people, when they hear Dr. Nelly, they get a bit stomach ache. I don't know for what reason. And maybe for her way of approach or whatever. When she starts saying something, pay attention to that thing. Pay very good attention. There is nothing bad when someone is sharing her view or his view. Just listen and maybe reason along with the person. At the end, you might find out exactly what the person is saying. Or if I look at what she said about the broadcast yesterday, I really shook my head when this broadcast was going on, that you like saying that cow meat should be in the next 6 months, like you are giving them time. Yep. Let me tell this. I believe many people are listening. If you know those that are not listening to this program, pass it along, share it, let them hear. Many times, some time ago, I think 2018, 2019, we were very on saying to Biafran, set up something, go into farming, begin to farm, produce your food, your crops, your meat. We said it, and that time we actually told them, if you have financial difficulty, get in touch. We gave a number, I believe, so we can see how we can get this thing started. So if a movement like our movement should have gone ahead of time before this time to get people started in this project. Before, during the war, what killed most of our people wasn't even bullets and bombs, so that it was hunger. It was hunger. And the worst thing that can happen to a nation is that if that nation cannot be able to feed themselves, if you cannot be able to feed yourself and you are fighting someone that claims that is feeding you, the person is of all people the most miserable people on the planet. You understand? Farming is very, very important. We have mechanized farming. We have a natural organic farming system. Our people are gifted. Our land is treasured, very fertile. We can do that. And someone is saying that in the next 6 months, we will start boycotting. You are telling your enemies your plan. You are telling them your plan. So you see how intelligent our people can be. I mean, somebody in the helm of the position can be. We shouldn't make this mistake. We shouldn't keep on making this mistake. We have back home. This is the reason why we are calling to build our family and not to divide our family, so that we can be able to collectively help people do things and achieve a lot of things. When we are divided, we will be limited in doing things. So some people don't use proper format to do things, and I believe that what is playing in the mind of these people is just leadership and position. If you do things without having these things in mind, you will do it correctly, accurately, and people will come to help you. You don't have probably the person speaking don't have the money, but there are those that have the money that can come out and support the idea, and it will go viral. So you are now fighting the enemy that supplies you cow, onions, and whatever yam they claim that they are supplying you yam. You don't have salt. You don't stock things, but we want to go to fight them. So you can't send that message through the same unit that you are using to send the message before. You come on air to tell them in the next 6 months. I love what Dr. Nelly said. You are who will be in Nigeria in the next 6 months. You know how. I hope I'm coming out clear.
Very glad.
Yes.
Do you know how long? Struggle is not something you can predict. You can wake up. We are communicating to international communities. I'm receiving response. They are saying they are contacting. They are speaking to Nigerian government. That which I told them about the military they stage in the eastern part of Nigeria, while the northern part, that the terrorism is going on, killing is going on, even middle belt. They haven't released military there. What are they doing in Biafran land? I told the international community to tell Nigeria to withdraw their military back to the north and leave Biafran land alone. When Ivan Yuba was making that plea, calling people, begging, I know that I mentioned it in that clip that is what they are demanding. He was demanding for military. So these things, if military comes there, they let them put anybody in that place. If you want to take the person out, we'll take the person out. Even any governor, if you want to take the person out, we'll take the person out. Nobody should write the script of the struggle. Our leader gave us the script already. He said that I believe in command and control. It is two ways. It goes two ways. If the person in authority in a higher position tell you the right thing, do the right thing. But if he tells you, he said the person behind him, that is the lower ranking person, should take up firearm and blow his head off. So I'm waiting for them. That is what he said. Command and control was two ways, not one way. The person in the authority will give order, appropriate order, correct order according to what our leader said. We follow that order, yes. But if it comes back to tell me there is a way we should do this thing instead of the way the leader stipulated, if 9mm is with me, I'm going to blow the person off. I'm going to blow his head off. So they should get ready. But however, I said many times, I said to them, there is death, like our teacher said, the Achan took across things, and Elohim said, Israel have seen. He didn't say Achan. Then when they began to separate them, the thing went and hit on the waist of Achan. They brought him and asked him, tell us the truth. What did you do? He said, look at where I put those things. So he said, it's in the middle of my tent, buried. They said, what? They went and took it. They saw Babylonian garments, gold and money, a lot of things. This Babylonian garment, they used it to worship the god of the Babylonians. And Elohim was angry. I want to submit to us. In the 70s, I think in the middle of 70s, late 70s, I was a little child, and there was massive thundering in my region. Thundering. There is a man in my village that reads thunder. You know, when Elohim spoke to the children of Israel, they said we can't understand because it sounds like thunder. They didn't understand what he was talking. So the man came. We brought the man. The elders went and brought the man. The man was telling the people in my village that my place is the port of entry. Do you know where the Biafran airport was before? My sister, let me ask you, do you know?
No.
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 Biafran airport was in Amoka in Ihiala. That is where Ojukwu took off. That is original plan in God's plan and program of Biafra. That place is the gateway to Biafra. Is the gateway to Biafra. And that was when Elohim began to speak. At that time, there are some of them that have this gift. I still have them. So when Elohim is pick anything accursed or something unclean or something simple, Elohim, if depends the gravity of it, he will turn his back way because the only thing that separates him is sin. If you have something bad, Elohim will not defend you. The moment you drop that thing, he will kill your enemy instantly. They are not super Fulanis and not super Fulanis. If the once we drop what we're doing, Elohim will destroy them. Either in so many ways, it will be through electrocution, they will die here. Something will happen to them, they will die. I see it happening. I still have that capability. It has the entry points of the nation. If you go into demonic war, territorial demons have entry point they use into certain territory that doesn't belong to them. So that place is very unique. I'm not going to say a lot of things about the place because I've once spoke about it. I said when our nation is restored, that place is still available for our airport to be reinstated there. Nigeria knows that. Because Nigeria consults spirit war, they know that. That is why they make sure that they destroy that place. And when you drive through that place, you will never see any sign of airport there. Are you surprised? But that place was where Ofoegbu and his men took off from. That's where relief used to come through. When they were when Biafran baby used to fly from there, that is that small plane they call Biafran baby. That's where it was that airport. That is where this Biafran baby used to take off from and go and land. That is the entry point of Biafra. If you ask so many people, where is your entry point? They say we don't know. It is like Iwacha. Iwacha may be the capital, yes, but the entry point, territorial point, where you can get into Biafra is in Ihiala. That's where the thing is. There are powers there that they don't know. So when I come to declare that there will be much funeral in the family of IBOB if they don't go away. When I told them there will be funeral, there will be death in the camp. A lot of people were sending me private messages. Now they keep sending me private messages. The Rabbi, Victor Jana Radio, get lost. That platform, they need to atone for that platform. Otherwise, something strange and serious will happen to them holding that platform. Or former comes here to lie. Ofoegbu comes to that platform, using that platform to lie. Ofoegbu doesn't know what he's talking about. And I told him, by the Spirit of the living God, that I've invited him somewhere. I have to be specific, I'm not afraid. And those that think that they are the superhuman and the leadership, you people don't know what is going to happen to you. Because in this body I was on the Logan. Ha na-achọpụ ịgbalụ ha afa nke ha ga-ala gị elu. Anyị ga-enwe ego echi. Ị ga-abụ ụmụ na-etiri ọha tumoro. I believe oge. But ịgwa ha na ọnwụ na ebe na-ekwe ya na ọnwụ. Wepụ ihe nọdị n'akụkụ. O nwekwara ike ọ bụrụ 5 cents. O nwekwara ike ọ bụrụ $5. O nwekwara ike ọ bụrụ $10. O nwekwara ike bụrụ much many dollars ga-eji dị ọgba nkịtị. They can doesn't know that thing will kill him and his children. He didn't know that. Until when he was tracked by the Spirit and the figure fished him out. That was when his judgment was passed on him. But because of the sin of Achan, 36 men of that go back, move the military of Nigeria. They have received the letter, but they are being defiant. They don't want to do it. Do you know? Do you think that Nigerian government haven't received the letter that said to them, release Nnamdi Kanu? He's a human rights activist and a freedom fighter. Nigeria is still keeping him. You will see what will happen to Nigeria if they don't release him very quickly. They won't. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Ndewo.
Anyway, it's like I'm begging everybody to come. Can you ask him if he can come to your program? Biafrans may have a lot of questions.
They are saying it's been long they heard from him, so I don't know. I will try and see.
Please, can you save his number and call and try to see if you can invite him?
I will try to invite him. I think I have somebody that wants to. Should I bring in Brother Raf to say what you want to say?
Oh, okay. Did you get Rabbi Charles' phone number and ask him if he can come?
Yeah, I've taken it.
Please, Biafrans need answers. Please, I'm saying all right now. Please, anybody that knows how to educate us, how to help us, because we're in the final battle. We know we need to know the truth so that we can get out from this zoo. Please, please.
It's not even about bullet and.
It's not about bullet. What is holding us now is more spiritual. Thank you so much, Rabbi Charles. Thank you, traditional wicked. Please, we need your expertise. Yeah, we need your expertise. We need your help, please.
Yeah, so somebody is asking me, Christian Edward, if he can call direct. You can, if you don't have WhatsApp, just call. You can call. But let's hear from our brother, Brother Raf. You're welcome. No, we can't hear you.
I think you're mute.
That's true. I'm mute. Okay. Yeah.
So
thank you, Dr.
You have
Nelly.
a question? You have something to say?
Yeah, me, I don't have any question because people that are asking questions are people that are actually not listening to what Dr. Nelly has been saying. And people that are not, the only question she should be asking should be going to the other camp. Because the questions have always been going to them and they are not answering. Instead of answering the questions, they are bullying everybody and they're throwing everybody out and they're, forming Superman here and there. And what I keep saying is, why is it that some of us that claim to be critical in our thinking are not actually asking the right questions? Now, they are all they're doing is they're just trying to stand in solidarity with leadership because they want to protect the structure and all that. Look, protecting the structure and trying to follow what the leadership that have already sold out will not take us anywhere. And now sometimes they will tell us that, don't generalize it. And I believe that from the word go, Dr. Nelly and our women have actually shown a lot of respect to Chike Doziem and the leadership by, going low, asking questions. And Chike Doziem even came not knowing that he was on live, and then he answered some questions. And it was very calm, and people thought he was, sincere and honest. But actually what we're seeing now is opposite of what he displayed the very first day he came here. Now, people should understand the kind of character that I am. I am a principal officer, whatever, in my own local area here. But I don't care. That office doesn't buy me Biafra. The only thing that buy you Biafra is your integrity, is your truth. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always said it, that we are whiter and whiter and whiter than snow. And if there's anything that is not whiter than white and whiter than snow, and you know it is not, and you associate yourself with it, you are Achan. You are Achan. You are Nathan, you are Abiram, and the earth will open itself up as soon as your time is up and swallow you up, just the way he did in the land of Israel. No, it's high time we understand that, look, what is coming to our people is Holocaust. Holocaust. Death, blood is coming to our people, and then you see this, sabotage, you see this betrayal, you see these people that are not subject to the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they're telling you about command and control, and they're telling you about leadership, and you want to listen to them? It's terrible. I don't know. Have we actually been listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for goodness sake? Have we been following Radio Biafra? When Radio Biafra was hallowed and sacred, have we followed on that platform? Because what we have now is a polluted, desecrated, ruined platform Radio Biafra, where we are not getting the truth anymore. All you get there is rubbish, lies, deceit. There's no hunger, there's no passion anymore for people to go on Radio Biafra. The people that are there that claim that they've been following our leader for donkey years, you see, they display some kind of attitude that you begin to ask yourself, are these people actually schooled under Mazin Nnamdi Kanu? Maybe I'm a student of 2 years, and maybe a student of 1 year, but I know what I know today because of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and I owe it to him to stand with the last drop of my blood to obey the very last order that came from him, not from any other human being. Because I can't submit myself to any form of deceit whatsoever, because I want to maintain status quo. To hell with that status quo. Now, what are our people doing? Some imbecile in Germany that calls himself a Biafra child. Idiot, lunatic. And some zombie in Turkey that sits down for 10 minutes and all that comes out from his mouth is America, Nelly, idiot, lunatics. And you think you love DOS more than we do? If you love DOS, you tell them the truth. If you don't tell them the truth and you rub oil on them, you are evil, you are wicked. Tell them the truth and save their soul. Because a lot of people are going to go down. And I tell you the truth, people will die in their sleeps. People will die because of their lies. Because we have taken oaths. Goodness me, remember, you took oaths not to betray the struggle. And you already are betraying it. Look, those of us standing here, look, I am not aligning myself with Nelly because I just want to align myself. I see the truth. I'm not aligning myself on this platform because I want to please Sister Chinwe, because her husband is my friend. No, I see the truth. I'm not here because I just want to show off. No, I see the truth and I follow it. If you have a critical mind and a critical ability to think and to dissect truth, you will know it and you will follow it. You don't please people. You stand for truth for goodness sake. Wake up, brethren. I don't know. Look, I don't look for people to please them. Some people are already saying, how much did they pay you? Pay me? No, pay me. Some idiot, stupid girl that doesn't even know her left or her right came out and started saying, they pay me. And you people didn't even shut her out and throw her out of the window and tell her to keep quiet because she has been a trouble to this particular struggle from the word go. Sister Chinwe, thank you very much for this, making it possible for us to come here and air our views. I don't care. I'm waiting for the hammer. And whatever the hammer does is going to hit me and hit me to the better place of truth because I'm ready to die standing for truth. My own determination and passion is to see Mazin Nnamdi Kanu out and to see Biafra actualized. God bless you and God bless Sister Nelly and God bless Mazi Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is the man. And anybody that is fighting him, you are doomed for life. God bless you.
Bless you. Thank you for coming.
God bless you, brother.
So
God bless
Thank
you.
you so much.
God bless
Okay,
you.
Dr. Nelly, today is another day.
It's another day. Please. Thank you so much, Braraf. I'm pleading to all Biafrans that know this history. Please, we need to get to the bottom, to the root of this. Anybody that knows the root and how to help us, please help us. We are at the final stage. Our biggest problem right now is the sin of slavery. Chukwuemeka Abiam is hammering on the sin of slavery. It is hammering on the sin of the Achan, like Rabbi Charles said. Please, even our elders at home in Biafra land, anybody that can get information to help us, please. I'm on my knees begging all Biafrans that have information about how to help us. Slavery, the sin of slavery is the only thing holding us back. The sin of the people within us, the Achans, the people just like it happened in Joshua 7. That's our problem. Please, if you know how to help us, if you know the root,
we have a caller.
The sister from Akwa Ibom.
We have a caller.
That's something we have to find the root. Please, we need the root so that we can solve this problem.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. We have a caller right now. Hello. Hello, good evening. You're welcome to the program.
Okay, thank you very much, my dearest sister. Thank you, Dr. Nelly.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Biafran
You want increase the
I don't
volume.
know what's going on with this phone. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Am I coming out?
Yes,
Yes, better.
Yes, I think from all indications, from what I see on the comment section, Biafrans are really, really impressed with what you guys are doing. You know, over a very long period of time, we've lost touch. We've lost a channel to air our views and opinions concerning Biafra Restoration Project as we advance. If we are not listening to Mazi Simon Ekpa's show, then we should be able to listen to your show because it's making a whole lot of sense. You know, ranging from our brother traditional Wokedi to the other brother that just finished before I called. I can't really picture his name. But most importantly, we heard from Rabbi Charles. Rabbi Charles is a very known person in this struggle. He don't like introducing himself very well, but it's one of the mysteries of our leader. You know, he nailed it today. And I don't know if it will be possible because from the census I've been able to do, I've discovered a lot of people are not listening to Radio Biafra anymore. The listening has really declined. You know, because once you take that organic nation that our leader, you know, pronounced on that radio, come and say it the way it is. Once you take out that organic nation and you want the radio to be an avenue for praise singers and liars, then it's not going to make a lot of sense. It's not going to make sense to a lot of people anymore. So I am actually pleading that the few people on this platform, you know, make it tradition that people can always come. Even, I know you are busy, it's not easy abroad, but if you can, you know, make your program once in a day, even if it's one every day, 1 hour, 35 minutes, or 2 hours at most. You know, it's not convenient, but it's also a sacrifice where people can listen, because even the Bible said, you know, guard your hearts with all diligence. There are people that doesn't want to listen to garbage anymore. There are people that want to illuminate their hearts, you know, send light into their hearts and give hope to them, especially at this point in our struggle. You know, a lot of people don't know that what we listen to is what makes us. It becomes part of us and it becomes our ideal way of thinking. You know, for somebody like Rabbi Charles, and you stop hearing him on the radio anymore, that means who again is speaking on that radio? You know, so please, if you just like Dr. Nelly suggested, if you can bring sometimes people to you know, co-host with you, or maybe, you know, make themselves available for question and answer after their rendition, even if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's going to go a whole lot of way, and you will see that with time, this your platform, you will not even be able to contain the listeners. You know, so I'm sincerely appealing. A lot of us are listening from Canada here, you know, particularly from Toronto here. A whole lot of us on your WhatsApp, we are listening. We are seeing everything that is going on. We are seeing the sensitization, because once our leader left the radio, he said Simon can come. He knows the reason. Our leader is a wise leader. You know, he knows the reason why he nominated Simon to come on the radio in order to shed more light in our restoration project in his absence. So if once in a while, you know, we listen to Simon and we listen to you, and we should be able to be, you know, focus on what we are doing. So I want to thank Dr. Nelly, and thank everybody who is listening at this point in time, and everybody that spoke. And most importantly, I want to use this opportunity to ask every principal servant, you know, in any capacity that you are working, to be able to open your eyes and know that the command and control cannot be weaponized in such a way that it will be used, you know, to hijack the structure that our leader has put in place. Our leader have people that he trusted, that has been working with him. And if you are serving in that capacity, no matter what, no matter the kind of letter you have received, just ignore it. Continue to do your job, you know, with those that trust in your leadership. The essence is that so that we can be able to maintain the stand and the structure that our leader made until he comes out. If he comes out and he says that we did not do the right thing or you did not do the right thing, then we'll be able to kneel down and apologize to him and tell him that we did it for your sake. Like our sister Dr. Nelly, I still see you as the Auditor General of IPOB, notwithstanding whatever anybody has published. You stand there because nobody, according to our code of conduct, has the authority to expel or sack any principal servant in the capacity of a state coordinator or a provincial coordinator. We are called officers. So at this point in time, may you continue to do your job. May you continue to encourage Biafrans. You know, this evening, I know that we're going to be having an activity here in North America. I don't know if I can use this opportunity to make an announcement, or if you want to do it yourself. You know, we're having an emergency fundraising for our brothers, our students who are back home, our ESN brothers and sisters. And I encourage everybody who is in the territories of North America, who have gotten that link, to kindly log in. Come with whatever you have. Come with whatever you have. It is at this point in time that those of us in diaspora should see ourselves as people who are at the advantage side. We stay at the top and we see what is happening at the bottom. Let us use our position, being in diaspora, to contribute our time, our talent, and our treasure towards this restoration effort. And as we do it, Chukwuka will continue to bless us. He will continue to make his light shine upon our path. And for our sake, the remnant of this struggle, those who are doing it in spirit and in truth, Chukwuka will give us Biafra, and he will take all the glory. Thank you, my friends.
He said, yeah, we heard what he said. We will find a way to draw a program, Dr. Nelly, right?
Yes, thank you so much for that feedback. Thank you. Yeah.
We'll draw up a program. Okay.
Yeah. So before you take the next question, I'm going to continue to plead to all Biafrans. There are Biafrans. I spoke to some traditional rulers, because when I started getting this message to share it with Biafran, I was confused. I was so confused. But after a while, I just knew I had to do it. There are people who are more knowledgeable in this. Just like that, our sister said, if we don't find the root cause, the slavery, that's our biggest problem.
Of course, yeah.
So, and we need to take care of this. We need people that know about this. We need people that know about this history. Like our sister from Ofoegbu, I also had some traditional rulers say something about that. Once we figure out the roots, we do our atonement. We reject those evil. We already know the evil of those that sold our leader in this generation. It's still the same group of people. I was shocked when I started doing some research at Arochukwu. Like I said, Arochukwu, all those, they kept ringing bell. That's why I started working. I'm still going to talk about what I found out. But one key thing that I found out is that those people that did it 200-300 years ago, their lineage are the ones who are still doing it in IPOB. It is the strangest thing ever. So the only thing that is holding us is sin of slavery. It's not about anybody. It's not about any particular region or any particular group of people. But the truth is the truth. The same people, their offsprings are doing it. And if we don't stop it in this generation, our children and children's children will suffer the same thing.
Yeah.
So please, Chinwe, anybody that knows our history, because our history, we have to know the truth, because the truth is what is going to set us free. So anybody, even traditional rulers, even elders, anybody that know the truth, should please tell us the truth to help us, because we need to get out of this bondage. We've already decided that we're going to plead and do our atonement with our brothers and sisters in America, in Brazil, in all parts of Europe, in Jamaica. That is one thing we have to do. Anybody that have an idea of how to help us do this, anybody that wants to be a part that will contribute, if you're in any of those countries, even if it's 2 or 3 of you, please, let's come together and say it. All we need to do is speak it out, spoken word. There is power in spoken word. We need to speak it out. Please, Chinwe, anybody that knows how to help, because Biafra, we're already close to getting our freedom. So these two things, the sin of Achan, we are benefiting from war. Chukwuemeka Abiyama is very upset about that. We are benefiting from war. We need to stop that. The sin of Achan is one of the things holding us. Slavery, the bondage of slavery is one of the things holding us. We need help, please. Anybody that knows how to help liberate Biafra should come up, please. This is not about one single person. It's not about DOS or anybody. It's about getting our freedom, please, people.
Yeah, we have a caller right now, Dr. Nelly. Let's see if the caller has been holding on. Hello, good evening. You're welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening. I'm calling from Germany.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. So I just want to contribute small thing because I'm just listening, and I sense the need to make just a little contribution, and also in addition ask some questions. So my contribution there is that one, criticism on DOS. I think we should be really strategic in that aspect because of the situation at hand right now, the leader being incarcerated. So I think that's according to the structure that was established. The DOS, has to be, leading.
This caller, I hate to interrupt people. Please, we are not here to talk about DOS. We are talking about freedom, slavery. Do you have anything to tell us about freedom, about slavery, about the stick on Achan? Can you narrow it down, please? It's not about DOS.
I believe the Rabbi Charles answered that thing you were saying, the criticism, what you were calling criticism. He answered you what Mazi told us about Commander Cole. He said there are two ways. So when somebody
said it already, please, we need help about slavery. We need to get out of bondage. Slavery is holding us. The sense of slavery, the sense of killing each other, killing one another, the sense of eating each other's flesh, cannibalism. That's what God wants us to take care of so that we can get Biafra. Please, if you have any information about that, please, that's what we need. We're not here to talk about DOS or talk about Nelly or talk about anybody. It's not about any single person. Please, do you have any information for us? We need to atone for the sin of slavery. We need to atone for the sin of Achan. Those are the two things. If you're not calling for these two things, please call next time. Thank you.
Concerning the slavery issue,
yes,
the way it was discussed, also you should be very careful because it can lead to separating the Igbos within Igbos. And this is not what we need now.
Okay.
So be very careful and be very strategic.
So basically, you don't have an advice. If you're telling me be careful, tell me something.
Okay, maybe we are not even listening to us. You just want to make call. Yes, even if it's from my family that the sin came from, all of us are suffering it. There's nothing
all of us are suffering. It's not about one single person.
No, so but we have to name
they are suffering it. We are suffering it. We need to figure out how to help us. That's why I'm asking for people that know how to help us. If I'm the one, please remove me. We just need to get freedom. If it is my own ancestors, I will reject them.
Caller, thank you for calling. They will approach gently as if they know exactly where they are heading to.
Yeah, just to distract us.
Yeah. Nobody separated anybody. Even the people from Arochukwu here, they are already saying is the truth.
And they are suffering too. We are all suffering.
All of us are suffering.
Yeah, and they didn't ask their ancestors to commit this evil against God. They didn't ask for it. They are all scattered. Even people of Arochukwu are scattered. They are the most scattered people too because of the sins of their ancestors. Even one of the traditional rulers told me, do I notice that Arochukwu is in everywhere? Aro this, Aro that, even if they are all over the place.
It's the people that will make you not to move forward.
Yes, and they are suffering. We are suffering. All of us are in this together. That's why we need help.
Yes, our brothers are
different. I need all of us to understand that this is not about one particular person. And I'm just a messenger. If I'm told to say something, I'm going to have to say it. Please, I don't have a choice. I have to say it. Sin of slavery, that's what Jehovah Chukwuekike wants us to take care of. Please, anybody that knows this history and know how to help us, that's what we need. This is about not criticizing anybody. Please. And there are people in IPOB that are benefiting from war. Jehovah is very upset about that. We need to reject that. Because Biafra is already here. We just need to stretch our hands and get it. That's what's holding us.
Here. They will not, they just pick what they want to pick. And they want
because
to
they already have, yeah, they want to say because they already have something in mind. Instead of focusing on the truth may be painful, but it has to be said because the truth is the only thing that will set us free. If you know any traditional ruler, anybody, any elder, anybody that can help us tell us the truth and tell us the solution, we already know we have to ask for forgiveness, do the atonement. Like the other sister said, we need to find the root. He said in Calabar area, they are suffering because of the same thing. He mentioned the Ngwa people and their history. We need to know this history. The devil used the white people to block us and cover us so that we'll remain in bondage. This is the time to know who we are. When you go to the Bible, the Old Testament, look at it. This is us. The Old Testament is talking about us. About us. And then they came, the Lucifer used these people to blind us, to take away our history so that we'll keep on suffering. We cannot keep on suffering. We don't want to continue suffering. Please call and tell us the solution about slavery. Tell us how to get out of this bondage so that Biafra can come. I'm going to keep on emphasizing this every week until we understand what we're dealing with. There are Acans in our midst. Jehovah is very upset about that. We need to reject these Acans. They need to be uprooted and removed from us. This is a hindrance. Like Rabbi Chai said, when you're sinful, it makes Jehovah, because he cannot be in communication, in contact with evil, something that is unclean. When we're committing this evil, we are unclean. And God cannot communicate with us when we are unclean. That's why we need to come with cleanliness. We need to be whiter than white and whiter than snow. That is the point of this program. It's not about criticism. It's about getting help. It's about getting solution. Anybody that knows the solution should come out, please. Anybody that can give us help, tell us what to do so that Biafran can come. We need to get out from this bondage. I'm going to say it again, bondage of slavery. Bondage of benefiting from war. That is what is holding us. We need solution so that Biafra can come. We don't have 6 months. There's no effing 6 months. We don't have 6 months. Biafra is already here. We just need to do the right thing and get hold of Biafra and enter into Biafra land. Chinwe, you can pick up the next caller, please.
Yeah, there's somebody that sent a message and is reminding me. So I better play the voice message so you... Okay? It's a question for you.
From here, from my location here, Southeast Asia. Because mommy, you want to come what again? I'm going to follow I know the group and so I need people. Jamaica is where contribute to Jamaica ESM, but I'm going to some pressing questions. Let the people know, and they had.
Can I pick the call or with you?
Okay, did he cut off the question? Because he had a question.
Okay.
Okay, pick up the next caller. Maybe
hello? 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 Okay, cut. Okay. Probably you'll call again.
Clarification from Dr. Nelly. You got to go. So, Nihana Jobo. I'm an area account where I this morning. One, have local option one account in Nigeria and we keep to by Naira. That one aside. Now, are you as an improvement? Because all the car from indication, no Chinas and no now from a ESM. Now, or Chinas and no in charge of ESM because most ESM members now complain. They are complaining to us personally. The truth of the matter, we don't want to self, especially Ebony and Enugu. We want to move out from Nigeria. We want to go to Ghana.
So helps go to different places because according to them the sabotage is too much. So they now decided to leave. So now question no Chinasa Muru in charge of this ESL. If we're now, because nobody never had in charge, then the sabotage will not end. And they watch program ceremony and they watch if analysis so many by devil my if they are trying to establish actually GDK Bago, the Yetago, or all these DSS where they grew to where fight about ESL. So there was some clarification and the problem I believe KJ from the leadership in charge, the person in charge of this ESL since our leader was around. So these are the questions Hannah Aju. So I can put to you, Kamalo. I want Dr. Nelly, I think I asked how they put my through. Now these questions are Hannah Aju. Yeah, Kamalo, the way forward. So now yes, I can go to the
Okay, you heard her, you got
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope he's listening. Please,
Yeah.
my brother, the only account for you to pay your ESN money is the Umeri account. That is the account that our leader approved. Any money in the Umeri account goes straight to ESN. Jehovah Chukwuekike abịa amapụrụ ime ihe niile. And the spirit of Biafra and the Holy Spirit is my witness. Every dime you contribute into that account goes to ESN. The money that you put into any other account is a waste. And whoever steals it shall die anyway. They shall die. But meantime, ESN will not get that money. Every ESN money, every dime contributed, I'm raising my hand right now and I'm speaking it out. And Chukwuekike Abiyama is my witness. Every money you put in Umeri account goes straight to ESN. That is the assurance, and I will not lie. This is a platform for the truth. And the spirit of Biafra will strike me with an illness if I come and talk a lie on this platform. So my brother, please, whatever you're going to do to put your money in the Umeri account, please do it. Do it for your sake, for your children's sake, and for your generation to come. Anybody that defies this instruction given by our Onyendu will suffer for it. And this is the simple truth. So it is Umeri account is the only account worldwide. There is no ESN account in Nigeria, in Biafran land, in anywhere in Africa.
Yeah.
ESN account is only one in Umeri. And there is something I need everybody to know. Anybody that collects money on behalf of ESN, on behalf of IPOB, it's a public fund. You don't have a right to what you want to do about it. You put it in the right account. When you don't put it in the right account, you are going to be liable to litigations. You're going to get a lawsuit. You're going to pay for that money. And you're going to pay litigation charges. That is the simple truth. And when you're biko, if you want to ESN in a different account, you are going to pay dearly. And the spirit of Biafra will strike you. You're going to die anyway because there's no joke. We are at the finishing, we are at a very critical time. Don't let Lucifer deceive you to hinder the restoration of Biafra. So when you get your ES, as long as you use the name ESN, it's a sacred money. You don't want to be Achan in our midst. That money is a sacrificial object. You cannot touch it. You cannot touch anything. You can't. That's what people don't understand. It's not about me. It's not about any single person. It's about your own safety, your own salvation. It's about the restoration of Biafra. And Chukwuekike Abiyama know that we are telling you right now. If you get any ESN money and you don't put it in ESN account, you're gonna pay. You're gonna be liable to pay. And not only that, there are spiritual implications. You will suffer, and your children will suffer. So that's what I have to say about about the ESN money. So anybody that is stealing ESM money is bringing condemnation upon themselves. They're actually bringing death upon themselves There are so many IPOB members will die like flies. This is time to repent. I also want to talk about what he said about Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu is a fallen angel. Chinasa Nworu committed genocide. Chinasa Nworu helped Southeast governors to kill us. You people will be shocked when you find out the truth about what Chinasa Nworu did. Chinasa Nworu has been killing ESN members. ESN members know and they're running away. They're running for their life, for their safety. That is all I can tell you at this time. I can't go into much details. The other thing I'm telling you is that every dime you contribute goes to ESN. And I also want to let Biafran know, ESN are not on the street, they're in the bushes. They try to decimate them. The Chukwuemeka Abiyama is the one doing this. So if you're asking about who is in charge, nobody knows who is in charge. The spirit of Biafra is in charge. This is autopilot.
Of course.
The spirit of Biafra is the one that is gathering his children, his warriors, the ESN. Yeah. He's even training more aggressive warriors. So it's nobody is doing it. Believe me. Chukwuemeka Abiyama is in charge. Spirit of Biafra herself is in charge. They are the one doing it. This is autopilot.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, things are just happening. Things are just happening. Believe me. Chinasa Nworu is out of the equation. Chinasa Nworu is the son of Lucifer. He sold his soul to the devil. Lucifer tried to use him to stop the restoration of Biafra, but they already failed. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did what Chinasa Nworu is fighting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I have to let you guys know. With time, you will know the truth. So, my brother, the answer to your question, no single person is in charge of ESN.
Thank you.
But when it comes to the money of ESN, I'm going to tell you that the women of Biafra are making sure that every money that is contributed goes directly to ESN. Yeah. So they are getting our soldiers ready. Most importantly, the spirit of Biafra is the one in charge.
Thank you so much. Perfectly answered. We have another caller. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Evening. Yeah, you're welcome to the program. Sorry?
My name is David from Germany.
Okay, you're welcome, David. Were you the one that called before?
You said what?
Did you call earlier before, directly?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just calling now.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
According to what our brother said, the one that sent you a record.
Yeah.
You know, we need to really address this because the people who is the saboteur right now are the end. How are we going to deal with these people? How are we going to? Because we are saying what we are saying. People are still looking up to these people. They are still the end. They are still in charge of the sensitive seat position in IPOB. So what I'm saying right now is this: what are we going to do in this point? Because if we leave them there, they are still going to damage a lot of things. A lot of things is still going to spoil. We are saying what we are saying that let leave them, let ignore them, this and that. But the truth remains is that if they are there, they will destroy a lot of things. And what we are saying is not everybody that have the wisdom of understanding. So there are people who just take the struggle because they love one particular people. So whatever that person is saying, they believe it. Mostly in Africa, we love a position. We love maybe if you're in a high position, people respect you. So our DON is there right now with your high position. People don't respect them because their position. They don't want to care what they are doing, what they are doing is right or wrong. They don't want to care. You understand me? They don't want to look into it. And apart from that, there's not everybody who have wisdom of understanding, wisdom to reason. We can see that in Africa, that Africa lack wisdom of reasoning properly, of seeing the truth and the reality in everything we do in our lives. Sometimes when you see people talk, you will be amazed. It's just human being. It's just somebody that is talking. This person, they didn't even have wisdom. So sometimes you don't blame people. That is who they are. As I said, Africa are not equal. So you don't expect everybody should reason well.
Yes, if everybody reason well, there will not be the head and the tail. You understand?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying right now is this: let's try to face the problem on ground. Let's look for a way to fix this problem, because the people who is affecting this struggle right now are the leaders, the head. These leaders are they bigger than IBOP? Are they bigger than Biafra? We can't vote them out. So what can we do? I just want people to address this. Is there anything you people can do? We can do concerning this. You understand? Because we need to address it. We need to resolve this and put reasonable people there, the leaders who can come and face the reality. Our team, I'm from Edo State. You see, before you see every tribes in Nigeria now and believe in this struggle, our leaders are able to convince everybody. We see the truth. The one who if you are a human being, if you can reason well, if you can reason properly, you will. If our leader talk and you listen, I'm telling you, you will see the truth and the light, and you will follow. So what I'm saying is, before you see other tribes, this struggle right now is not all about the Igbo speaking part. It's all over this. Every tribe is involved in this thing. So before our leader can go to win everyone's heart like this, he should know that the man is a consistency of the truth, of the reality of life. It brings us together. So right now we are seeing that division is coming because the people who are not talking over the state, they are not. They don't believe in unity. They believe in their pockets. They believe in what they want to gain. And what I'm saying that they have so many followers who believe in them because they are also telling these people what they want to hear. There's something I want to know. If you are a bad person, no matter how bad you are, you must have it.
Bad people. That is the bad people that follow the bad person. You've answered yourself.
Yeah, see, so you will have your phone. So this is the problem we are facing right now. How can we remove these people? Because these people are taking the position they are taking is in fact is a great position. How can we resolve this issue? If we don't resolve this issue, I'm not seeing anything we don't move in.
It's okay. We've gotten you now. You keep repeating the question again. So thank you for calling. Let Dr. Nelly answer you all.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say is that
the last question I will be taking. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is that all we have to do is to speak out. All of us have to speak out and say evil is evil. I already said in the beginning, we have to try to be whiter than white and whiter than snow. It's not easy when you have people in leadership. Lucifer himself knows. That's why he goes into the people in leadership, people who have authority. Lucifer cannot just use somebody that is like a floor member to effect a change. They go to who have the authority. So that is what is going on. So we as Biafrans are the ones that will speak out and resist it.
Of course.
Most importantly, we are hoping that our leader will come out soon and take over and fix these things. That's the most important thing. That's why we are desperately hoping that he will take over. That will be the solution. But guess what? Jehovah Chukwuekike Abiyama is exposing everything that needs to be exposed. That's why you see things. Our leader said it. They will be acting strange, acting weird, doing weird things because they have to be exposed. All these things have to come out in the open. So most of them don't even know what they are doing. That's what I found. They don't even know why they are doing. That is what is going on. So they have to act the way they're acting so that they will be exposed. Because certain things, when you tell Biafrans, they're not going to believe it. They're not going to believe what you say until they say it with their eyes. So right now, they are seeing it with koro eye. So nobody's going to come and tell them. I think that's what the spirit of Biafra is doing. We're talking about autopilot. That spirit of Biafra doing it. This is our God, the God of Biafra doing it. Exposing these people. He's cleansing. This is house cleansing. He's cleansing the land. He's cleaning it. The more they expose them, it's like a spiritual death. We know who they are. and we reject them. That's how we're going to do at this time. This person is evil and I'm rejecting
Let's move
him
on a bit.
so that it doesn't affect my children, so that it doesn't affect my fourth generation to come, so that it doesn't affect the restoration of Biafra. So I think what we need to do, the most important thing we need to do is to reject this evil. We see evil, we reject evil. We don't take money from them to lie. Guess what? The people that take money from them to lie are the ones that are going to die first. So that's what people don't understand. So when you know it's evil, you say it's evil. You have to speak it out. Believe me, there is power in spoken word. We are saved by speaking it out. You say it out, you reject it. Please, most importantly, we're not really talking about DOS. We're talking about slavery and how to get out of the bondage of slavery. Because we are at the final stage. I'm going to keep saying it at every single minute, every opportunity I get. We are at the final stage to restore Biafra. Two things are holding us back right now. I guess Chukwuokike will show us something later on, but the two things is, how do we find elders that know our history, that
We
know
will.
the root of this slavery? We need to find them.
We
If
will.
you know, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your uncle, anybody that knows this history, need to tell us the taproot, the history, and tell us the solution. We already know the power of atonement. We already know how to ask for forgiveness, but we also want to know our history. It's going to
Also,
help
they will tell us how to
children.
go about it.
Yeah, so that they can tell us how to go, what to do, how to go about. It's very, very important. Please, please.
No,
That's
we'll
what we
get the
need to
information.
do.
I believe I will get the information. We have
Yeah.
another caller. You know, that other was supposed to be the last one, but this person
That's
said
okay. Let's take
he said,
another.
I have picked it up. Hello, hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Evening from here. You're welcome to the program. Yeah.
Yeah, good evening. First of all, I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank your program, Sister Chinwe.
Thank you.
And Dr. Nelly. And God be your strength.
Thank you.
To the end of this program.
Thank you.
I also thank the listeners. So I just want to say something very, very important. It's a very good information, but I'm going to use a coded language.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
We're listening.
I hearing you very okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I said I'm going to use a coded language about the information I want to pass right now.
Is it for everybody's consumption, or is it something you want to say here or talk to us later?
I will say it in a way that I will say it in a way that that is a wise person will understand.
Okay.
It's information here. I just want to tell the last caller that he should not forget that most of the ESN has mother, has sister, has brothers, and has relatives. That's the coded language right now.
Okay.
The issue of the DOA started. I won't tell you my location, but I personally have to highlight. I have to call and tell them what the instruction they need to follow, because I don't want my relative to die foolishly.
Yes.
Because of what? Since I discovered what is playing in DOS, Chikedozemonio from questions, who promised to answer Biafrans, but up to today, he has been running away from answering Biafrans. The reason why our leader was kidnapped. So, at this suspicion, every Biafran, even a 5-year-old child, will not succumb. So, as I'm telling you now, don't panic at all. Don't panic at all. Well, I'm just want to respond to the person who talk about China Saworo, who is still managing and doing everything for right now. I can tell you 100% from my own location that he has no command and he's not in charge. Therefore, I told you from the beginning that the ESN has parents, have brothers and sisters. So we are listening to this program. What Dr. Nelly is asking is for accountability for the whole Biafra, not for her. Because when we are correct, when that slogan, we are white and whiter than snow, when we see it transparently, then the struggle will move forward. No compromise, no backbiting. So that's the reason why we, the parent or we, the brothers, have to communicate and say, nah, ethic on each other side. If anybody tell you move, think twice until all our demand, all our questions answered from DOS. Till then, everyone is suspect. Don't go and die foolishly. That's my code language. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much for calling in. Also, the last caller is a wonderful answer you gave to everybody that listened today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Chinwe, we can take one more call. We still have 15 minutes. Thank you, and I really appreciate it.
15 minutes? You don't know? We still have 15 minutes. Hey.
Yeah, Chinwe, just pick one more call, please.
Okay. Who be that caller? Okay, somebody said I should call back. Let me call this person. Okay, the one that cut off. Okay, let me. Okay, he's the lucky person, he or she.
Please tell him to talk about slavery and sin of Achan.
We will get information. People are really telling us. Okay, hello.
Yeah.
Evening and welcome to the program. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Evening. We can hear you.
I greet you people.
We greet you too.
We greet you too.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sister Shimwe. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Shimwe and Dr. Nelly. I thank you people for your good work. You hear me?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So, one thing I want to shift in that disturbing me is about this our brother Terry, this African rep, So the guy is so much in love with our leader. But one thing that is disturbing me is that I don't want these people in Asorok, because I call it the Asorok, So I call them Asorok, not to confuse that guy, because it's like he's listening to them, and that guy is too good to our leader, and he's so in love with our leader, and and also how our leader have suffered in this struggle, with pains and other things surrounding it, So, I don't know if there's anywhere people will. Sometimes people should ask yourself, why Odme Wojuku take Effion as his deputy?
Okay. Are you done?
No.
Okay.
And another thing, all those people I'm still saying it from the beginning. All of them from that HOD, they are suspects. With this comment this guy made yesterday also, they want to disorganize IPOB families.
Yes.
All those things he's doing through his body movement and his speech. You know that that guy disorganize our movement, but he cannot do it.
No, he can't succeed.
So you people have to look into it and know what to do. The other question I should have asked him, Dr. Nelly have answered it to one of our brother who spoke about who asked the question. So Sister Nelly have answered the question concerning our ESN. Once she doesn't know anything about our ESN, I am very happy now. I just calmed down because that's where I was disturbing before, you know. I was so much disturbing. But once he's don't know anything about our ESN, because that guy he has a dubious character. He's a criminal. To compare what the governor of Ebony said, that he will use their brother, our people to kill our people. They are recruiting the people within the ESN to fight against ESN and IPOB. So it means that they have compromised with them. And somebody made some comment a few days ago about Asari Dokubo, that they want to use Dokubo to fight against us. But I believe they cannot do that. So this is only what I want to shift into tonight. I'm following you people and Simon Eba. Yeah, it's to 4 in the morning. But I will still join Simon Eba today because he come from 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning here. We are residing. So I'm still waiting before I can be able to go have a study to sleep before I continue my job today.
Yeah.
Thank you very much and God bless you guys.
Thank you so much for calling me. Even in your tight schedule, I can see you're sounding so tired.
Yeah, thank you so much. And then Chukwueke Kabiyama himself is the one piloting the affairs of this last day.
We say we are running up. People are still calling.
Chinwe, pick up one more call, please.
Okay.
Then we can round up.
I'll round up this time.
Okay, after this roundup,
Yeah. Hello. Evening. You're welcome to the program. Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening from here. Sorry, I'm from Delta.
Okay, you're welcome. No, why you saying sorry? You're from Delta. You don't need to be sorry.
From here in Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, I want to say something, because me, I always watch this program and Simon Eba, because it's very, very important to see the truth. But when you see the truth, you will know if this person is saying the truth or not.
Okay.
That group of the head of DOS, they have disappointed everybody to God who made me. And like my own side, the reason why that my people always afraid of coming out or standing with the Biafrans is because they always believe that they are going to be treated. I'm telling you the truth to God who made me. This is the statement that everybody always said. Not that they don't know where they are from, they know everything, they know what they can do. Even if today now they say they want to make maybe a referendum or whatever, 100%. Nobody from my side will ever vote for Nigeria. It's not possible. They know, all of them, they will tell you that they know where they are from. Even my grandparents, before they died, they always tell us that they know everything. But the problem is that they believe that they are going to betray them. And if you see what is going on in this struggle now, because of something, only this thing happened to Onyendu now, everything changed completely, and which is very bad. Now everywhere is scattered. Nobody knows where to follow again because the system is not working the way it's supposed to be. So now, like the way things is going now, our people, they are not happy. If you look at me, I'm watching the comment, like to what some people is saying here. Like me, I always tell them that the problem of Igbo man is they don't like truth at all. They don't like truth. This is the biggest problem they have. They don't like truth. When they see the truth, they will turn it upside down, and which is very bad. When you see someone that is doing something bad, you have to tell that person that what you are doing is very bad. The way the DOS is controlling this system, this is not how it's supposed to be. And they have to let them know, they have to call them and talk to them. Because the system, or they are taking these things to, the struggle will never work with the way they are doing it. When you have an enemy, you will know the system to follow your enemy. Because the politicians in the whole South, all of them, they are enemy to the people. The masses are suffering. And you are here sitting down, making, I don't know the kind of Radio Biafra they have now, because the Radio Biafra, as far as I'm concerned, the Radio Biafra is not okay. Because this is not what they used to do. This is not what we used to hear before. The only thing we hear now is what is the meaning of 5 times M, and you are still there standing the same M. So we are tired of all these things. Let's find a solution to do it. Anybody that know what we do for Mazen Namdekan to come out, or whatever you can do to make him to come out first, let him come out, then we will know what to do. This is the only thing I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, our people are not stupid. You know that. They, I thank God that people are waking up. People are speaking up. We will continue to speak up, all of us. So
yes, all Biafrans have to join. Like I said,
Yeah.
today is not the day for me to talk about Chike Doziem, but Biafran should ask Chike Doziem. You are the next in command, and your boss, whom you talk to every single day, scheduled a meeting on June 19th. That your boss didn't come. I was at the meeting with him, and he was asking stupid questions. Does our leader know about this meeting? What is holding our leader? He was asking. You can tell. I knew it from the beginning. So your leader didn't show up on the 19th of June. Then 20th. 24 hours. You're supposed to. That's when legally you can report a missing person report.
Of course.
The fact that he scheduled a meeting, it's not a normal day like he didn't hear from our leader. This is a different day. It is different from if he never heard from him a day or two. They talk every day, twice in a day. He scheduled a meeting on the 19th. I need Biafrans to think about this. He scheduled a meeting on the 19th. He didn't show up for that meeting. That's a trigger that something is wrong. Every reasonable person knew that something.
They're not asking all these questions, Biafrans. They're just sitting anywhere.
Yeah, sitting and doing command and control. 19, he didn't. 20th, yes. Normally, after 24 hours, he should have raised alarm if he didn't know what happened to our leader. He should have started screaming. Mazen Namdekan was supposed to have a meeting with me on the 19th. Chiwa, let me finish this. No, let me finish this. It's very important I finish this.
I don't want it.
Tell him to hold on. Let me finish this. So I said it before, and I'm going to emphasize it again. So he didn't hear from his boss, who's scheduled to have a meeting with him.
Just hold on, please.
Yeah. So he didn't hear. He's scheduled to have a meeting with us. He didn't hear from him on the 19th. He didn't hear from him on the 20th. He's supposed to report a missing person, make a missing person report after 24 hours. 48 hours, he didn't say anything. 2 days, 3 days, Chike Doziem still didn't say anything. Chike Doziem didn't raise any alarm. There was a guy that tried to raise an alarm. Judas Iscariot shut the guy up right away. Judas Iscariot didn't want the person to alert us, to let us know that our leader was in trouble. Chike Doziem and all his cohorts knew that our leader was in trouble. Chike Doziem never said a word. After 8 days, the zoo government, the uncircumcised, announced that they had our leader under their custody. Chike Doziem still didn't say anything, didn't do anything. Chike Doziem is busy parading an old video, claiming that he did a rally at Geneva on a Sunday, guys, on a Sunday. And guess what? The worst is that it was an old video he pulled out. Basically, Chike Doziem knew that he should do a rally in Geneva, but he's refusing to do it. Chike Doziem knew that our leader was missing from the 19th. All of us knew that something was wrong. Chike Doziem doesn't want to say anything. And he would just want Biafran to start saying things they don't want to say. Chike Doziem is busy asking for all the evidence that I've given Chike Doziem. Biafrans asked Chike Doziem to set up a panel. Chineke already anyway. Tell him to set up a panel of 20 men. And then let him start asking these questions. This panel is going to ask him, why is it after 24 hours you didn't tell us that our leader was missing? After 48 hours, you didn't say anything. After 72 hours, 198 hours, this man didn't say anything. And he has the guts to come to Radio Biafra and gossip every day. Biafrans need to ask these questions. Why does Chike Doziem know? What is he trying to hide? Because I know what he's trying to hide. But Biafrans need to start asking these questions. He knows. He knows, and I'm going to keep on saying he knows. He had a chance to repent, but he's beyond redemption. All of them are benefiting from this blood money. That's why they're all going to die. So this is not, at this very point, it's not about Chike Doziem, because Chukwuemeka Abiyama have already exposed him and exposed all of them. At this very stage, Biafran, it's about how do we get out of this bondage. We have the bondage of slavery. Chukwuemeka Abiyama says, this is what I need to preach. And I'm desperate to preach this. I'm desperate for us to deal with this slavery thing. That is what is holding us back. Chike Doziem is one of the Acans in our midst. Chike Doziem has to be removed and destroyed like every other Akan. But Chukwuemeka Abiyama himself is the one doing it. I don't think we need to worry about that. We need to worry about how to get rid of this sin of slavery, this bondage of slavery. How to reject all the Acans in our midst. Please, I need us to stay focused. When we come next weekend, we need to get expert. Please ask your grandparents, your grandfathers, ask all the elders. How did we get into this mess? Because that's the last hurdle. Once we jump this hurdle, Biafra will come. Chike Doziem doesn't count for anything, please. So take that call.
Yeah, we lost it because there were two numbers clashing. I want to ask somebody. Somebody is saying here, the same person is saying, what you guys are doing is the right thing, but you are doing it the wrong way. Your approach is wrong.
Please show us the right way.
Go and do your own in the right way. Maybe say the way we are saying is, maybe the way we are twisting our mouth to say it is what is wrong, but it's right. He has a problem with the way you are saying it. No, he doesn't have a. He has a problem with the way you are saying it, but the thing you are saying is right. He's not even picking it. Our people should go and see that.
No, okay, now it's about the other time I heard to mention his name. China Sanwo said, oh, what Nelly is saying is right, but the way he said it made it wrong. What made it wrong? I called China Sanwo. I said we have a big problem. There is going to be a big problem. And he asked me what is the problem. I said the people of Biafra have rejected DOS. I said this means that Jehovah Chukwuemeka Abiyama, the God of Biafra, have rejected DOS. I said, what do we do? I came up with suggestions. I said, if Jehovah has rejected DOS, since you're the head of ESN, can we switch this to ESN command to give it a new name? And even while I was speaking to Chinas, I'm going to tell everybody right now, Chinas had so much blood of Biafrans on his hands. I can see the blood of Biafran flowing on his, it was dripping. But that didn't stop me because I needed a solution. And he asked me why, how do I said, I don't know. But this is the thing that is going to happen.
Hold on.
I see Biafran people rejecting DOS. What do we do?
Hold on,
so
please.
People think I'm against DOS. No. All I want is solution. I say we can switch from DOS command to ESN, call it another name, because we need God. I said there is a demonic hold on the DOS. There's a demonic hold. And that is what is making God turn away from DOS. Every conversation, every suggestion I brought to China Sanwo was working. Until I mentioned Simon Etta. That was the only thing. That's when every hell broke loose. He told me he's going to call me back. He didn't call me back. So people, this is not about DOS. We have something that Chukwuemeka Abiyama wants us to deal with. God wants us to deal with something. And that's what we need to focus on. Please take that question.
A lot of calls, they are cutting each other off. A lot of calls coming. I think I have to call it a day today. Somebody said take more calls. I have to attend to my family. Dr. Nelly also have a family to attend to. But if anybody calls again, that lucky person, I'll pick it, you know. But okay, somebody is calling back. So, okay. Hello? 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 It's not connecting. Okay. Before they call again, can you please talk a bit about sit at home, because we are still sitting at. Okay, let me take this call. This person is calling direct. Hello? Oh, it's cutting. Yeah, it went off again. I picked it, went off. So please, Dr. Nelly, please emphasize again on sit at home, because we are really sitting at home.
And we don't. The bottom. Let's go straight to the bottom line. We have not seen our leader. The other bottom line, we have not raised our flag. So all I'm saying, until we raise our flag, until we see our leader to raise that flag, we need to do whatever we need to do. Sitting at home is what we need to do. We're going to increase it to Tuesday. We're going to increase it to Friday until we see our leader, until we raise that flag. And there's not going to be any election in Biafra land, like our leader said.
Okay.
But most importantly, we are in bondage because of slavery. We need to find solution. People that know this better than us should tell us what to do. There is the bondage of slavery. That is what Chukwuemeka Abiyama wants us to take care of. I think if we take care of this, all this nonsense will just end.
Yeah.
You know, if we take care of the vacancy in our midst, we reject them. Even if we reject them just orally, every other thing will take care of itself. Even the seat at home. Jehovah God of our God of Biafra is the one taking care of this thing.
Hello. Just hold on a bit here. Hold on a bit. Yeah. Dr. Nelly, are you done?
Let's pick up that question.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
Hello. Good evening. You're welcome to the program. Good evening. Yeah, you've been trying to get us here. You're welcome.
Yeah. My name is from Owerri in Biafra land.
Oh, you're welcome.
From Owerri.
Yeah.
And make a little macaron and I don't know if I get you for what the because this kind of fight and I'll be the ideas just at the Manet. We had to be and how we think how to get our laws out of bondage of Nigeria. Like now, in the UK, I'm thinking of if kids, all the kids that are here in the UK can go to whatever they call it, and try and say they want their father out of the Nigerian government. This is the kids more than adults. So, because they really love their kids as children, our kids, every IPOB family in the UK should bring up their kids so that they can go and cry, so that our father will come out. So that's what my suggestion. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Thank you. It's a nice.
Thank you. That's yes. That's like
it's
really
one of the things we should be doing also.
Yeah, we will talk to the women about it. This is really a great idea. We'll talk to the women about it and see how we can do this. Yeah, that would be very impactful. That's really, I've never heard anybody make that suggestion. This is great.
Yeah, even if we go do that not until the writing is done, it still might not give us what we are looking for immediately.
Yeah, but we have to be doing everything that we can, every idea, anything that we can.
Let's get to the original reason why we got ourselves here. You know, then other ones should be just a walkover. You understand?
Yes. Yeah. So before, are we ending?
Let me take this call, this last one.
Okay. Everything is the last one.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. You're welcome to the program. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear Dr. Nelly tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you are here, Dr. Nelly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The good job you are doing.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Honestly. You see, honestly, Dr. Nelly, I heard you tonight is really terrible. It's a big revealing thing that I heard, that all this happened, and Chike Dizim knew after the appointment they had to have a meeting, and for 8 days, from the first day to second day, he never said, I had an appointment with our leader. Where is he? I can get him on call. He cannot raise no alarm. There is something going on. That is what a statement I made. And that is what brings me to stay asking again, please, where is Madam Ofoegbu? Where is she? Yes, hear from her, because since she's the one who's standing in between, mediating the things that is going on right now, we hear the next thing or whatever she's putting in place, because honestly, with what is called the US, we don't know who they are anymore. We know, in short, we don't know about that name. Don't even listen to what they call. We don't be fortunate. It's supposed to be where you but with that no more. Please, my hope is on you, you people who bring in the light out for us to know things that is going on. You people with this platform at the pump. The rest, I don't know where they come from. So fortunately, US is not, as far as BS don't know what is called US no more. The matter lab President Biafra accept to bring whatever. No, I don't know where they're going with that. Please, we need to, because move forward. Don't need to wait that down with this GOS or whatever they're doing. What is our Oyibo is what is true and what are we is she doing for us to move forward, to bring our leader up and actualize our dream. This is really we move to do for us to move, but it's gone. But Sister Nelly, please, I love where you shout.
She's losing her voice, so as you're loving the way she shouts. I don't like her way she does
No, don't listen to Sister Chima. I'm not losing my voice. Don't listen to her.
Yes, because we are thinking about that shouting of open and right of Ndara in us. So please, we really appreciate that. But I know it's not easy, but it's like just another one you said tonight is another pump. So don't stop. Don't mind any bagger. Don't mind whoever they're saying it, whatever. Just keep. They cannot do nothing. But they have opened so many people's eyes for them to know, because they cannot come out and prove nothing. They can't even just shout and set up and do this. Even without you, hire someone outside and do this. Check this. They can't do nothing. They know this. So we have to move on. We are leaving them behind. We are moving on. Exactly. So please, I'm still saying about Madam Oyibo. I don't know. I know you know better. What is the outcome, or what can you tell us regarding the plans? Because we don't know DS no more. We don't know DOS no more. We don't believe in them. Biafrans do not believe in them. So we need hope. And I know we have hope from you and on this platform telling us things that's going on, the truth. And someone ever also giving us the truth. Can you imagine someone ever arranging CCTV cameras in Biafran, and he can access it from Europe live, not even recorded on live.
Exactly.
Social that's all over the place, and he can call himself God. The worst he did was just to go on to for space. Is a past tense, is it? So really, and the team, please, we need to know regarding the more what is the next thing for us to do and move on.
Okay. So thank you. Concerning Madam Oyibo,
for today, please, Biafrans. Tomorrow we'll be here.
Okay, so let me answer that question concerning Madam Oyibo. She's going to hear. Madam Oyibo has a different kind of temperament, and our leader knows why he gave her that authority. You know that if our leader has given me this authority, church since.
Of course, now.
So our leader knows I'm on the wild side and things may get really crazy. So he knows who he handed it over. So, and the bottom line is that our leader knows how this is going to play out. He's a prophet. He knows how it's going to play out. He knows why he did the things he did. And right now we are in autopilot. The spirit of Biafra is the one doing this. So whenever he puts it in her to speak, she will speak. Whatever she's doing on the ground, she's doing a lot of work on the ground. I'm going to tell you. There is so much she's doing on the ground. And she's not the kind of person that, comes and get loud, but she's doing a whole lot. And she, there are things that people will not, nothing is hidden under the sun. Eventually we're going to find out, but I can assure you that Madam Oyibo is doing a whole lot to make sure our leader is with us, to make sure Biafra is restored, most importantly to make sure that ESN is taken care of. So we shouldn't worry much about that. Whenever she's ready to speak, she will speak. If not, she's continually doing. She works round the clock. She doesn't sleep. She doesn't even take a break. So that's one thing I will let Biafrans know. Then concerning Simon Ekpa, people need to go back to watch the program. I'm going to find the date. Our leader was pleading with Simon. Towards the end of the program, our leader said, please, don't let the devil enter into you. Our leader knew that the devil has entered almost everybody around him.
Okay.
He knows that they have sold out. Our leader knew that Simon Ekpa was the last man standing.
Okay.
He is the last man standing. He has always been the last man standing. And Mazen Nandekani knew it. So Mazen Nandekani was basically pleading with him, please don't disappoint me.
Of course.
Please, you're like the only one I have right now. Don't disappoint me. So it's a spiritual thing, but people didn't see it. He said, please don't let the devil enter into you. When our leader was abducted and was in DSS custody, he asked Simon to go to Radio Biafra and broadcast. And then people made sure the same Lucifer, the same demon operating in them. That's why I'm like, I don't think they know exactly what they're doing. But the demon spirit operating in them is making sure that what God planned for us does not get fulfilled. That's the delay that I'm talking about. That's the withholding of our blessing because of slavery, because of the sins of Achan. And I'm going to round this up by telling us we need to figure out what our ancestors did wrong with slavery. They sold their brothers and sisters. They butchered people, cooked them in pots, and ate them. They used people's head to do celebration, to do dance. That is an abomination unto Jehovah. And that's why he turned his back on us. That's why we got enslaved. Because whatever seed a man sows, so shall he reap. We saw this sin of, we sowed slavery. We sold each other. That's where we're all over the place, scattered all over the place. We put our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. That's why the brainless Fulani has taken over us. The British doesn't have any power over us. They only subdued us because we left that loophole. Our God already turned his back on us. That's why they're able to
let them in also. And people open the door for them.
Yes, because of that sin. Slavery. And in this our generation, people are benefiting from war in IPOB. IPOB is a sacred. We have a relationship with God. IPOB are representing the entire nation of Biafra. IPOB made a covenant with Jehovah to be clean, to be whiter than white. And the devil is using people, especially top officials in IPOB, to make sure that we are not whiter than white. That's why we have to resist this. When we do these things, every other things will be taken care of. Please, Biafra, the sin of Achan is holding us down and we need to reject it. The sin of slavery, I'm pleading with our elders, anybody that knows about slavery, anybody that knows the best way to do atonement, please, they need to come up and direct us on what to do. Thank you, Biafran.
Thank
and
you so much.
Be with us.
Thank you for the people that are telling me to continue, please have mercy on us. So tomorrow we are continuing.
Yeah, we've been 3 hours.
No more are coming tomorrow, the same time tomorrow. Please be with us also. And I appreciate you for keeping on with us till this time. Thank you so much. You are wonderful. The street urchins that came to make the whole place lively is still okay. Next time you come, when you come, you go. If you don't want to repent, you go with leprosy.
Yes, I want to believe me, Biafrans. I know they come in with fake names, but if you know that person, believe me, they've been afflicted with the spirit of epilepsy.
Of course.
Yeah, believe me, I'm not kidding about this. Watch them from now onwards. They will start having seizures. And the worst is that they will take it. It's a generational curse. They will take it to even their children, their offspring. Yes. So they think it's Spirit of Biafra is not ready to play with anybody. It's not messing around this time around. Because we need to get Biafra. And that's why she's teaching us what we need to do so that we can get this Biafra. Anybody that is coming to this platform, to distract us is bringing condemnation and a curse upon themselves. And it doesn't stop with them. It goes to their children and children's children, unfortunately.
Of course. You know, they are used to jumping, pay them small change. They're used to jumping from one platform. But this one, they don't know it's a different.
Oh, I feel sorry. Believe me, I feel sorry. I wish they can see what I see. If they see what I see, they will run. It doesn't matter how much that was given to them. They will run. Believe me. Believe after a while, after a couple of months, people will start calling you. I'm telling you, they're having epileptic seizure. I'm not kidding about this. This is really horrible. I wish they can see.
Are you telling me I should believe you? You should know.
Seriously, I wish they can see and stop this nonsense. It's not the day. You know, if the spirit of Biafra said she will afflict you with an illness, believe me, you're going to have that illness.
This is a generational curse.
Yeah, you're bringing a generational curse upon yourself.
Deal with here, and you people come here to mess up. Old grown people. I'm ashamed of you guys, man.
Yeah, it's just like you saw somebody. Our God sent a message through a Biafran. Somebody stole that message, made it like this. No, they are not the prophet. God sent it through that boy. He should have played the boy's audio. He shouldn't claim the prayer about the colonel is him. We need to reject that sin. That's one of the things that is holding us. You can't steal God's message and make it yours. That message came from that young man. Yes. And Elohim is going through our young people to speak to us and to make changes. Things that are going to happen in the next 20 years, 10 years. Jehovah is already revealing it to our children. And we shouldn't be stealing that message because it's not our own.
Yeah.
And most importantly, the ESN is not on the streets. ESN are in the bushes. So Chike Doziem saying ESN should go to the bushes. Biafrans, I need you to know that he's inviting the Janjaweed to stop murdering our people on the street. Our young men and women on the street. ESN is not on the street. They are in the bushes. Biafrans, tell Chike Doziem to go to hell. Because our children, our ESN are in the bushes. Our youths are the ones that are on the streets. So the Janjaweed cannot kill our youths and claim they are ESN. No, ESN are in the bushes. Please, let that man, that evil man, Chike Doziem, know that we cannot afford to be slaughtered in the name of ESN being on the street. ESN, they are not on the street, they're in the bushes. They've always been in the bushes and they will remain in the bushes. When the time comes, when Mazen Mandekanu lifts our flag, that's when our ESN will come out. That's why we will massacre all these uncircumcised. And then we will take back our freedom. And we will sing the redemption song. That is the last thing I have to say. Sit at home continues, my people, until Biafra is restored. Thank you.
Sit at home continues, please. It's very important, especially this time around that we have these animals, this Boko Haram army uniform. Please encourage people at home to sit at home. On that note, we're going to say good night from here. And also, dear friends, I want to say, as usual, we love you. Dr. Nelly, say bye to them.
Thank you. Umu Chineke, kachifono. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow, we are having a date with the women tomorrow. It's going to be the bomb. I assure you. They are coming. They are coming well prepared. So bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you. I'll be on the background listening to them too.
Please do. Yeah.